Ooh, sorry about that. Ooh, I did I can't remember what I did. Oh yeah, I recorded Inside Games. That's right. I knew I was gonna forget something. Sorry about the rocky start. My computer decided to reboot because when you get a little fresh with Dolphin, it gets a little fresh back. All right, hold on a minute. Got to do this with my phone. There we are. There's one thing I haven't figured out how to do, and that's have the same media device in OBS, but like twice, with different things applying to both of it. It's extra hard with cameras because if it's taken by one, then you can't use it somewhere else. But to like duplicate a source, to have one camera show up twice in one scene, or to have different settings apply to it, very difficult. Anyway, hey, now my webcam's back to normal. Metroid Prime is working with mouse and keyboard. Thank you, Captain. I saw you in chat. Thank you for linking this. Gorgonon, let's see here. Are you using a mouse and keyboard that fixes your mouse to the center of the screen? I'm not sure what that means, because it behaves like any other PC mouse and keyboard game so far. In what way does Dolphin get a little fresh with you? It's been years since that emulator actually fought back. Well, for me, it's a combination of a lot of magic factors, some of which I'm making it harder on myself than I have to. One, my display is cloned because it's going to my streaming PC. Two, I have G-Sync turned on because I paid for that G-Sync, I'm going to use it. And then three, if it runs in full screen, then it kind of goes like... I've noticed this weird quirk, and I think it may be Windows level, it may be NVIDIA's drivers, I don't know. But if you have a game running in full screen, even with VSync on, if you clone the display to something else, that will have all kinds of frame tearing in it, all kinds of horizontal banding. So you can't like force VSync on the clone display for some reason. What does force VSync is G-Sync. So if that's activated in windowed mode, then it won't frame tear and it'll look great. Fourth thing, I'm using another application to force it into borderless windowed mode so that I can have G-Sync turned on, not have any frame tearing, have it run at high frequency, and also clone out to my streaming PC at the same time. That's the part that's making Discord that's making Dolphin a little seasick, is I'm kind of changing its Windows status inside of Windows with another application. All right, let's play Metroid Prime. I'm gonna play it on Veteran. I remember playing it on Veteran back in the day, and it was tough. But I wonder if how the mouse keyboard will change the difficulty curve of the game. I do all those steps besides the cloning, and I never really have any issues. Really? So you even do the like force borderless windowed? It seems really quiet. Okay, well, damn. I take it back then. Yeah, it's that combination of all those things. Clone, G-Sync, force borderless. Somewhere in there. It's happened twice now. The game will just lock up when I try to force it borderless full screen. But it did it once, and then I tried to do it again because I tabbed out, and then it crashed, so... Here's the borderless Windows application for just about every single thing. To be honest, such a nice thing to have. It really is. I'm slowly coming around to what a fantastic tool it is. I need to find the person who made it and like throw him 10 to 15 bucks. Honestly, it was a lifesaver for Resident Evil 6. That game doesn't have a borderless windowed mode, and running in full screen, it has crazy frame tearing. Ugh, this game is so good. It's like all they need is it's just like one card of text, and it's not even that interesting too. Like it's just pretty bare bones, and then all the atmosphere is set by the color, the music, the environment. Have you heard anything about Prime 4 since they announced they restarted it? No, haven't said a thing. Which I'm kind of grateful for. I think now more than ever, I very much value the tell me it's coming. Don't say anything else. And then when you're 3 months away from launch, knock my socks off. I hope that's the Elden Ring thing. They're just being quiet until it's ready to go. Soundtracks do so much lifting. Man, it's crazy to it's crazy to think about this with any other music playing. But this music gives you like the solitude, the danger, the mystery. Yeah, okay. So, this is the mouse keyboard. Guess what? It's like mouse keyboard. It's crazy. You can strafe one way while looking the other. Insane. I can circle strafe space pirates all day now. I mean, before... Oh, we didn't listen to the title theme even once? This game doesn't have a top menu for Metroid Prime. No, it's really weird. You pick Metroid Prime. You saw me do it. That was it. And now I'm playing Metroid Prime. Is there a place to go to see the title loop for Prime? Because you're right. The main title theme is fucking bonkers. But, yeah, Prime Trilogy doesn't have the top layer. It sucks. No, I remember starting Prime as well and being like, I remember this, and then being like, wait a minute, I didn't go through the menus right, but it's just not there, which is kind of a bummer. I never realized that before. Gafgarian, thank you for the sub. I love that sound. Oof, that scanning sound. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mongol? Hope you lot are keeping well. I'm keeping very well. Thanks for the resub. Got my workout in today. This is interesting. At the so I'm taking vocal coaching lessons, which is it's actually a pretty great exercise. It's good to explore all sorts of things. But since what I do all day is talk, I figured it was a good idea to explore a little more, compare notes even. Anyway, at the behest of the vocal coach, they said try to spend 1 hour without doing anything. So I did that, kind of. I did cheat a little bit. I checked the time twice, but did that, which was very relaxing. Worked out today, ate really well. I have fish in my stomach, so feeling good. Spencer, thank you for the resub. That was pretty much me. Little me played all the 2D games over and over again. It was my favorite franchise from those. Once I enjoyed Prime, it was even better. Yeah, it was really controversial at the time. I remember. With good reason, I think. Nobody wanted Metroid. That was such a weird time in games. Like, everyone felt that, like, Western game dev was starting to come up, starting to, like, be more important than Japanese game dev. And it kind of felt like, oh, we're taking this, like, Japanese series and making it more Western. It's just going to be a big, stupid shooter. Yeah, 3D Metroid, no thanks. Exactly right. It's amazing what a great developer can do. Spencer, thank you for gifting a couple of subs. I appreciate that a lot. Soup Remix, thanks for the Prime. And Spencer, thank you for the Prime as well. Appreciate it. It's the gifts in the Prime. Got it. Oh, found out the Chubb Seal Pill you and John Smith have come in 3 sizes. Suffice it to say, I now own 3 of them. You got the whole family? Oh, and then your visor steams up. Also, I remember thinking this was brilliant at the time. Oh, Samurai Spartan, thank you for the resub. You're my favorite streamer. It doesn't come close. Keep up the amazing stream. Love from Canada. Thank you very much. I just realized I haven't really moved past this first hallway because there's so much to talk about. But this game is brilliant because, again, at the time, there was this sort of notion that story is what made games better. Because, you know, RPGs were sort of delivering these longer stories and more emotional moments, and it felt like that emotional resonance had to be more meaningful than blowing stuff up in Contra or whatever, just shooting demons in Doom over and over again. So there was this assumption that the more story, the more lore, the more characters, the more voice acting, the more content, the better. People still think that. They do. But what the coolest thing about Prime was that it made you opt in to all the text by switching to visor mode. If you didn't do that, you just never saw any of it, and you just played the game. So it made that aspect of the game optional in a very natural and organic way. If you wanted it, you would hit the buttons to read it. If you didn't want it, it wouldn't even bug you about it unless you had to open a door. So it would remind you, hey, it's there. You know, it's just such a cool way to tie that mechanic to lore and exposition, and just make it like, hey, if you don't want to switch into that, you can just walk past these interesting glowing things that call your attention. What's that about? Maybe you should scan it. Ah, it's cool shit. Carmine, thanks for gifting a sub. I'm so amazed at at games that explain themselves to you. Like they teach you, but you don't know you're learning. It's so cool. Kitsune, thank you for the resub. Love the effect on your webcam. Where did you get it? Photoshop. I just made this. It's a mask. So, when you add a video source, there's a filter you can put on it called a mask. And a mask is like an image that tells something else how much to show of another thing on grayscale. So like white is totally shown, black is not shown, and then shades of gray in the middle are percentages of opacity. So I can show you what the mask looks like. That might trigger your imagination, but. This game has such wild audio that I just want to make sure that it's nice and audible for everyone. Oh, you started film school this month, so that's very neat information. Yeah, I mean, they're called masks because that's how people used to layer film. They would make physical masks and then shoot film against film, I think. You'll know that more than I do. But what I do love is all the like terminology that digital video production has inherited from film. That's still what it's called, even though there's nothing like you don't create them. Like I'm not physically making anything, just a digital asset for a digital video frame. Oh no! Oh crap! I missed a scan. That's it. 100% run over. I also thought it was really cool that every scannable was maybe 1 to 2 lines of text. And I think when you get like a lore entry, I think it puts it in a journal or something? I don't quite remember. I remember there being a bit more reading than just what can fit in that box.
Bring it on!
But maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh, Carmine, thanks for the cheer. You're trying to prevent my 100% though? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Every game is always 100%. Can you believe it's still weighing on my mind that I didn't 100% lore Doom 2016 again? Absolutely tragic. Utterly unforgivable. Oh yeah, little bugs chomping at him? Okay. Don't worry, 100% still intact. Lunar Drifter, thank you for the prime. Props to the 2 people who did all the scan work in like a week. What? I scanned. Scanning in this game rules. I'll reach that far. Thanks for the prime. Do you have free aim with the mouse? Yeah, Baker. Yeah, it's like it's a fork of the Dolphin emulator. It's pretty cool. Haunted house music? Yeah. That's awesome. There's only one scan you can miss and it's during this part. Yeah, it's the boss in this section. If you don't scan the boss here, you can't get 100%. But that's like, you have to, because that's where they teach you about scanning, doing weak points or something. Maybe it's something else. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed that the first time I played. Which is embarrassing. Real embarrassing to, oh, the boss too? Okay, so there was something plus the boss. Because yeah, the boss, like, there's a whole mechanic around telling you to scan the boss. Yeah, I remember, like, in this mode on Veteran, like, one hit does, like, 50 damage. Well, not him, I guess. I remember the boss hitting me and being like, oh shit, I might actually die. But that's a dusty old memory. Who knows? Who knows if it's real or not? Pink Jasmines. Thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. Oh, there's a bug crawling around on the floor? Ugh. Alright, well... I'm sure I'll get it. I'm sure I'll get it. There were already bugs crawling through the floor, so... One missile scan feels like a bug. Uh-oh. Well, thank you, Pink Jasmines. Yeah, the soundtrack is Chef's Kiss, right? That's why I'm trying to make sure it's nice and loud. I've only ever played this on like a fuzzy, tinny CRT television, so it'll be really interesting to like play it with nice headphones.
Are you crazy?
Crap! Thank you for the big cheer. You guys are... Can I Morph Ball yet? I don't remember what the button is for Morph Ball, and I'm scared to look it up in Dolphin because it might crash the game. But I probably need to get in there. It's crouch, or it's control. Of course it is. Thank you, Crab Foam. Thanks for the cheer. I hope you got a nice, hope you got a nice Barney line for that. Are you using Dolphin Force to better resolution? My internet sucks and it's a little fuzzy to me anyway. Yeah, it should be rendering in 2K. But you know, some of the like the info box is an actual asset. It's not drawn by the engine, so it's gonna be whatever's in the ROM. But it looks nice to me. Do you think Morph Ball mixes around Samus's organs real good? She turns into light. But it certainly stands to reason that that would probably upset your guts a little bit. Okay. Also the map that changed everything. Oops. Ah, fuck. Escape is not B. No. But, okay, hold on. Oh boy, I hope it doesn't crash my machine when I go back to it. Well, we'll see what happens. It's not telling me just what B would be, because it actually has custom, Oh, that's good to know. Shift is good to know. Control. Yeah, probably grave. What the fuck? What the hell is grave? Maybe that's escape? I don't have a grave button. Oh, there is a texture pack? I thought about looking up a texture pack, but I kind of want to play the game. I kind of want to play the game au naturel first, at least. Just to get a feel for it. Or just to kind of remind myself of it, I think. Alright, let's see. You got to type out grave. Yeah, I mean, am I going to need that button? I mean, I'll probably need that button. Why is it bound to grave? Tab's already taken. Let's try this. Okay, well, that at least I know what grave is now. Oh, don't lock up my machine. Okay, I think it actually worked. Okay, I understand what grave is. Okay. I still don't know how to get out of this menu. Oh! Okay, B is space. Got it. What are we playing tonight? Prime, baby. And then God of War later. Unless I get too entranced by Metroid Prime and don't make it there. Also, I'm hoping to get some Beatmania in. Hoping to play some cheeky Beatmania. Then also, have MediaTek later. Make up MediaTek. Which God of War? 2018 God of War. Here's when you find the texture pack if you want to use it in the future. Ooh. Okay. I'll probably just Google it, because I'm afraid to tab out again. I got very lucky that last time. Maybe it'll let me. Here, I'm going to do it. Alright, thanks. I mean, after a while, I could, like, if I just take a break, I could probably download it and install it once I hit a save point or something. Texture packs are pretty simple. Ow, ow, ow. Man, here I was gassing myself up about how hard Veteran was going to be, and this, like, is not doing any damage at all. Well, thank you guys for the hype train. Appreciate your contributions. 2 Fuzz, thanks for the prime. Ow. I should be dead already. This stream actually turned me on to Beat Mania, and my friends pitched in for controller, and we take turns some nights getting in the rhythm. That's awesome. That's a really cool way to do it. Yeah, got one with all your buds. That sounds like a fun night to hang out together. I need to get like a weekly thing going now that I've been all nice and vaccinated. Krasuski, thank you very much for the prime. Oh yeah, you can just, they give you some injured space pirates to mess with. Oh, I showed them a video of you killing it and they were stunned. It's just time. That game gets ridiculous. Oh yeah, this is pretty neat. So this is, I guess, how they lay out larger lore things that are like multiple pages. It's by having like a series of nodes that you scan. Those goddamn sons of bitches did it again. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That was close. Made it a drinking game one night where whoever kept doing the best in rotation would take a shot to make them the worst. And that was a ton of fun. Oh, that sounds awesome. That's man, that is exactly how I architect my drinking games too. Have competitive rules determine the drinks, but then also make it self-balancing so that the winner, yeah, has to / gets to drink. Or a mouse keyboard mod for Prime? Yes, indeed there is, Tom. Specifically, there's a mouse and keyboard mod for Dolphin that is specifically for Prime. What are you doing? Ow! Yeah, this is easy. That's doing like no damage at all. Did they change? I wonder if they changed the harder difficulty for the trilogy re-release. Well, that's right. The more important lores are actually a little reddish. So even if you go into lore mode, they still point out the more important lore. Damn space pirates. Those goddamn sons of bitches. Omega Pirate on hard was dirty? Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to that. Now I'm wondering. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. I like it when a game on its hardest difficulty setting does check you early. I like that moment of humility. Oh, that's right. They're just shooting phase on into everything just to see what happens. It is interesting, though, because the space pirates are clearly capable of scientific experimentation. They got their own, like, weapons research going. It is bizarre to, like, witness any investment into, like, the lore of Metroid. I guess similar things happen in Zelda, right? It's such a quiet, unassuming thing. And yet, there are, like, little bits and pieces here and there that imply that a lot more care and thought went into the creation of the worlds and the lore and the history of these fake worlds. I was wondering about that. What ratio of content that people created actually make it into the thing in the end? Oh, veteran is normal. Ah, you unlock real hard by beating the game. That makes total sense. Thank you. Alright. I was mistaken then. Ow. I'd probably be dead already. As it should be. Oh, good old zoomer. I didn't realize that having this also be a holding tank for a bunch of creatures and stuff is also a way for them to do kind of a teensy bit of fan service. Having all the classic Metroid enemies just sort of laid out for you to be like, hey, Metroid! Name dropping Zebus. Phazon is this world's Argent energy? Yeah. Well, Phazon was only really a thing for the Prime series, right? I don't remember there being a reference to it in anything else, but whatever, it's good enough. It's a Metroid right there? You know it. Eat my ass, space pirate. I'm a Metroid. Come on. Like, now's about when it's like, okay, this is just too much. Never too much lore. Never. We're the Chozo again? Yeah, Birdmans? That's about the right way to say it. You still have to lock on to do the little hop skip. Interesting. They're like an ancient race of, I don't know. They make like armor suits that somehow are compatible with a human woman. I don't know that they ever really got into that particular lore. I think it's mostly just to make Samus seem more like 80s adorable, because she was an orphan raised by bird people. Yeah, they were wiped out by the Metroids, right? Oh, okay. Trained her to fight Ridley after Ridley destroyed her home. Ah. I guess enemies kind of shoot at you rather chaotically in this game. Your movement doesn't seem to matter so much, really. Isn't Samus infused with Chozo DNA? Yes. She's Captain America with an Iron Man suit? Oh, okay. But wait, wouldn't that just make her like part bird lady? Or does that somehow give her like superhuman strength and speed? And later Metroid DNA? Oh yeah, like yeah, I haven't played Fusion in a long time. I thought it was weird. It's kind of weird how the series tend to sort of... They adopt weird things from 80s sci-fi, of course. A lot from Aliens. Mainly just, I guess, female protagonists is mostly what I'm thinking about. But, like, it's weird that, like, Metroid games happen because space pirates keep fucking, or Ridley keeps fucking with Metroids. Keep busting them out. So it's like, there's a creature that's really bad for the universe, and if everyone would just sort of leave it alone, the things might be okay, but like, motivated by greed, people keep tangling with powers they're not supposed to, and then it leads to breakouts and stuff. That's kind of a similarity. But also, in, like, Alien Resurrection, Ripley gets, like, alien DNA or whatever. She's, like, part alien. So I thought that was weird. I was like, that was a weird moment of synchronicity when that happened in Fusion. And then it also happened in the Aliens franchise. That is a bad movie, though. That's true. Yeah, no argument there. I watched it again recently, and just like, yeah, this is weird. I guess I should give it props for trying to go to, like, really heady spaces. Instead of just like, they're more aliens, they're scarier now. They're bigger and scarier. I tried to, I don't know, do something, I guess. Fusion is so good. Recently played it and Super, and they hold up so well. I remember at the time, people were a little iffy on how basically linear Fusion ended up being. And that was when, like, if a game was open world, it was fundamentally better. And this soundtrack is bonkers, though. It's so great. It's like that weird distant thrumming of like you're in a ship and there's stuff exploding on the other side of the space station and you can hear it and feel it, but it's not where you are right now, kind of thing. Hey, Ruby. That's okay. I haven't been going very long. I've been rambling a lot today. Been moving real slow. It's great sound design. It really is. Just hearing this through nice headphones is a treat. Samus didn't fuse with a Metroid. She fuses with the X-Parasite, the universe-scale threat that led the Chozo to creating the Metroids. Oh, okay. That is lore I did not know. Well, like hearing your roommate having a wank in the next room? Yes. A looming dread. Also, I didn't realize, Metroid Prime uses the same fake scan lines that I do, which is weird because it was on it was on interlaced display, so it's like extra scan lined. That's kind of neat. It's a little more linear, but still had enough exploration, in my opinion. I'd love a super remake or remaster with some small quality of life improvements, to be honest. Yeah, Super Metroid is man. Yeah, I could use some small quality of life stuff. The platforming in Fusion, I remember feeling great. Felt sticky. Whereas Super Metroid can feel a little slidey sometimes. A part Metroid after she's infected with the X-Parasite, and they make a cure out of Metroid DNA. Got it. All right, well, clearly I gotta play Fusion again. This music, though. Ruby, did I see Mortal Kombat? I did. That was a hell of a film, that movie. Hell of a movie. I mean, it's pretty bad. I just don't want to talk over this music. You enjoyed it then? I did enjoy it. I liked it. But I wouldn't say it's good. But I like a lot of things that I wouldn't say are good. It felt honestly like a lot of the kind of more fantastic Chinese big fantasy action movies. The way that it just kind of goes balls out. It doesn't bother with this like descent into Wonderland kind of shit. It's just kind of there. It just kind of is what it is. And it doesn't mind going to like 80 miles an hour right away. A lot of like wild costuming on sound stages. What movie are you talking about? Mortal Kombat. Oh shit. Not sure if you watched Hugo's latest Doom stream, but he mentioned you 3 times, which I think is rad. You had an impression on him. That's incredible. No, I watched part of it, but I unfortunately was busy doing something else when it was streaming. I've got the VOD like sitting in my queue to finish. God, this escape sequence is so good. All the like blinking screens popping up and stuff. Such a cool effect. Well, that's cool. I'm telling you, we're gonna be best friends. We're gonna hang out and play Doom together. Has Mortal Kombat surpassed Mortal Kombat as the best video game movie? No, 95 Mortal Kombat's way better. It's a fun movie, but it's not. It doesn't have the playful spirit at all that I think made the 95 movie so fun to watch. It has a lot of the same like math behind it, but is MK a better or worse than the hit blockbuster Resident Evil Afterlife? Oh, Resident Evil Afterlife. It's probably a bit better than Afterlife. Vendetta, on the other hand, is awesome. Vendetta's probably better than Mortal Kombat. It is about on par with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And I like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but that's about where it's at in terms of its like video gaminess, kind of like dumb dialogue, scenes that are just there to be there, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like one of the first times you have to like jump up. You have to think about 3D in a moment of duress. These drums back here are great though. It's just like crazy drum breaks. Gotta go hang up your landline phone. I'm playing this on PC? I am, yeah. Dolphin emulator. Yeah, all these little guys. It's like a little technical flex. I mean, like, look at all these bugs! Wow! Couldn't do this on Nintendo 64. That's for sure. So much theater, like it doesn't do damage. I think they actually do fuck you up on hard though, which makes this part a little more terrifying. Baby's first MIDI? What? Aw. Going 100% this or 100% run. That's why you're scanning everything. Exactly. Although I feel like I may have missed the bug I think I already missed it. I'm thinking about the bug now, too. You guys got me thinking about it. Everyone is 100% run, exactly. Oh, it has the worst reset abilities justification? What, you get exploded? I mean, that's happening soon, right? I think it's at the top of this elevator. I haven't played Other M yet. I actually really want to. I've got a copy of it still, and like a Wii U. Actually, I could probably just play it on emulator now that I think about it. But I still want to have the Other M experience. Look at that lighting! Whoa. Yeah. Got Indiana Jones pistons. A group of bugs in a tunnel on a wall. I think you needed to scan, but it's been a long time. Well, I scanned some bugs, so maybe I did it all right. Looks like there were grapple points right there. Wait, did they let you grapple right now? Oh, Mind Killer, thanks for the prime. Canadian Trout and Gregson, thanks for the resubs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Nope. There we go. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Is that Ridley Scott? I mean, I think most people assume it is a reference to Ridley Scott. You know, given Alien and all that. Yeah, meta Ridley lore. It is kind of neat when you think about it. It is like a mishmash of Western space horror, and then Godzilla is in there. Ripley versus Godzilla versus Alien Jellyfish. I'm Luke. Thanks for gifting 5 subs. Thank you. Scan something. I know it. They don't give you the mini-map when you're scanning either. It always annoyed me how in every Metroid game since Prime they start you with all your stuff and then take it all away. Yeah. You gotta hit the reset button somehow though, right? Or you just keep iterating powers, but... Yeah, this music is so good. Ridley's theme from Prime is so good. I always liked the percussion and the Ridley track in Prime. Nothing's going to beat Fendrana Drifts, though. Can't wait to get there. I remember, like, this era, like, there were just some real banger, like, cold weather tracks. There's Fendrana from Prime, and then, like, the winter music from Animal Crossing are kind of seared in my 2003 brain as the sound of winter '03. drips. This is really neat too, just in terms of a starting location. Like it's a pretty cool vista to open you up with. The rain effects are pretty cool. And then already from like this perspective, you can see multiple doors. They're already saying, okay, you're in a hub. You have to make decisions. You've got to explore. Instead of giving you some like hallways into an open area or something like that. From the jump, like literally from jumping off this ship, you have to decide what you want to check out first. Hey, what's up? What's up, Ferret King? Sequence break and grab that double jump. I don't know how. I can jump up here though. Oh. I like that, like there's a door that's easy to get to and one that's a little bit harder to get to as well. Oh yeah, gotta scan everything. Doctopus, thank you very much for the sub. That's an awesome name. It's interesting, when this game came out, I remember being a tad disappointed with the orchestration. Because a lot of, you know, PlayStation 1 games were going, like, maybe not full symphonic, but attempting that sound with their sound emulation. And then this came out, and it has this, like, chirpy retrograde sound to it. Like, the GameCube could make, like, better sounding music, and this sounds very, like, MIDI, but I think it's on purpose. I didn't... Retro-y and airy? Yeah, it ages well, It really does. At the time, I didn't really, I think, grab that. Or it didn't really make sense to me. Because I think I was hoping... For a lot of other people, I think I was hoping that Nintendo would try to emulate the more intense mechanics that were getting popular at the time. Gonzalez the Great and Powerful, thanks for the $8.69. I appreciate the tip. They keep it that way to be Metroid sounding. Yeah, I think you guys are all correct. It's not a quality that I really understood at the time, but yeah, Metroid's soundtrack is always very like empty and solemn, and I think kind of using more dated sounding synth really actually does play with that sensibility really well. Am I higher? Does Breath of the Wild have some Metroid vibes? It does. I think Breath of the Wild really nails the like solitude and the being in an environment that is neither inherently hostile or like beneficial. It's just there, and if you fuck with it, it'll slap you. And you have to kind of like you've got to cross it. So it really did have that sense that not a lot of games really can grab, of just like you're this tiny thing in a huge world that's just gonna keep doing what it's doing. Alright, I'll read the log lore. I missed some lore before, but that's alright. This is a log from the Space Pirates. Field team reports are in on an aged structure of alien design built on the surface of Talon 4. Studies show this structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We've found some of these relics, and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. Oh, not today. Not today, you space pirate bitch. Actually, yeah, I don't think I can open this yet. Oh, my shit blew up. Somebody did mention that, the icons are like the hand gestures that Samus has to make to switch to that beam. The like beam icons in the lower right. That's pretty nifty. Water. I can do anything. There's fishies. Oh, what? I can't scan the fish? Yeah, fish AI. It took Call of Duty like another decade to develop fish AI. Actually, yeah, they do react to you. Although somebody needs to submit this to the Low Poly Animals Twitter account. Because those fish are like 10 polygons each. The hand icon is the gesture she has to make to swap beams. You can see it in action when you have the X-ray visor. Ah! That's cool as hell. I really did like, yeah, when the X-ray visor's on, you can see the bones in her hands. Oh, actually, yeah. There's that other detail. Wait, hold on. I think you have to be next to... Oh, I don't have charge beam. Yeah, I don't think that works. I think if you hit a charge beam into a wall, you can see the reflection of her face. She has bones? Because you're playing Prime 1, I've been inspired to try to finish up Prime 2. Yeah, that game kind of overstays its welcome. When it asks you to like to go back and forth across the entire game a couple times. Like just shooting things that take way too long to die. Yeah, Prime 2 is really good, but also not very great. It took me a long time to finish it as well. Oh, this game does that? Oh yeah, because there's that ghost sequence back. Or the ghost sequence, right? Where you gotta go shoot all the Chozo ghosts? All my memories of all these games kind of blur together. All the Prime games do that? Oh, okay. I guess I just remember being really bad in 2. I guess 2 gives you space jump, right? I do remember just being like, man, fuck it, and just zoom, 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 bouncing through whole rooms. That's my memory of the end of Prime 2. It was just space jumping over and over and over again. Typically grows in dank, dark regions. Oh, like my mind? Nothing matches the dankness and darkness in a gamer mind. That's for sure. Prime 2 is spooky? It actually is, yeah. Prime 2 is pretty intense. Prime 2 actually felt like almost approaching a horror shooter at times. With how like... I don't know. Prime 2 stressed me out kind of like Fear did. That's another reason I didn't finish it super fast. I use the scan visor on Lawrence and it just says dank, dark. Use extreme caution. That's right. You don't want to be jokerized by my dank and dark mind, do you? Yeah, the dark world stresses you out. Yeah, anytime that like a game forces you to go to a place that has like constant damage over time, or like underwater where you have to breathe, just putting like a time limit on you in some kind of way. Oh, this logbook is swelling up. I read that the dev team was inspired by survival horror mechanics for Prime 2. That actually makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of techniques used in survival horror games in that game too. In terms of just like draining your resources, preventing you from feeling safe. I also did like that, kind of like Metroid, these guys don't attack you. They're just cruising. It's your fault if you bonk into it. Are you gonna do the, wait, RR8? Resident Evil 8? Maybe? I didn't do, is it a different demo or is it the same demo every time? Just a small time window of it. I guess I should. Why not? Oh, it's a new demo? Man. Maybe. We'll see what I'm up to when it's live. Can you download it ahead of time? Oh, this one's in Hot Vampire Castle? Oh. Oh, it's already live? Okay. So you can download it now, but it's not live till later. Alright. I should probably do that then. Hey! Oh, yeah, I gotta warm up the old PS5 too. I feel like it's been a week or two since I've turned it on, which makes me nearly convinced it's going to have some kind of problem. I don't know if it's just me, but man, PS5s can be a little touchy. So Sony hardware. It doesn't like to be it doesn't like to go to sleep too long. It doesn't like to be moved around too much. Alright, yeah. Oh man, I never knew that like elevator room sound was so like whammy. It's crunchy. Ooh. So wait, is the demo only available on PS5 or is it PS4 as well? Use your deep games media connections to get us some PS5s. Phew. I think the most I could do is like tweet it so like anyone else. Oh, it's PS4 too? Okay. What's with this new FOMO Capcom marketing? I get not everything needs to be shareware, but it's still pretty yuck. It rubs me the wrong way too, Chris. I feel like it's... There's been some examples, I think, of games companies manufacturing like traffic and attention. I remember like Valorant doing drops in like beta access as a rollout through Twitch. I was like, okay, you're finding ways to like force your like bull your way to the top of the viewer charts and create buzz. It's like it's really smart. But yeah, putting artificial scarcity on it is kind of a way to make sure people, I guess, go out of their way to do it. And you kind of like concentrate it all into one time, so you have like a big pop instead of people just trickling in and streaming the thing whenever they want. That makes sense to me. But it does feel, it's like, it's marketing at the cost of the consumer's convenience. They want what Apex had, the natural explosion. I think so. Yeah, there's a... And you can't fault them for, like, trying. It's just, it's a bummer that the try makes it harder to access for people. It seems like a decision that was made that did not... Like, it wasn't motivated by what would make it easier or better for people. It's just what will, like... What will hit certain metrics. What will get it in front of people. So, you know, I guess to some degree it's all the same. The try is scummy in nature. Yeah, but, you know, they're a business. This is what they're there to do. And if this is what marketing campaigns are, then that's the way it's going to go, you know? If it works, it works. If it draws people attention and people jump through those hoops. You can't do it for everything, though, you know? If Capcom... I can't remember where I made this point, but I think it was on Inside Games, but, like... If Capcom did that for Pragmata, actually, I would be there. But, you know, like, I don't think it would show up. It has to be something that people are excited for and has awareness and can drag people through that experience.
Recorded to logbook.
Also, I'm kind of glad the Capcom's still making Resident Evil games, and it looks really good. I guess if the game didn't look good, they wouldn't be able to get away with it, you know? Or if Capcom wasn't like, they seem to be kind of riding pretty high right now. I guess Resident Evil 3 people weren't very happy with, but yeah. Chozo lore. This is what we read. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however, the Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. Okay, so the Chozo were like, they kind of wrapped around the evolutionary chain. They got so advanced and had such wild tech that they were like, you know what? This isn't working. This isn't helping. We need to go find a nice planet where we won't step on any aliens and just put up some temples and just chill out. I'm sure that's how it worked out. I don't blame them for wanting to get people to play their thing. The Valorant thing was for a beta, for what would later be a free game. Our demos for a $60 thing later, so the demo could have been a way to check if it had run in your hardware, but the limited time window might cut people out, so it sucks in that sense. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing too. They're doing things that other people don't, you know? There is a demo. It's timed access, which I think is just, you know, trying to sort of direct the marketing beam a bit. But that's their decision. But there is a demo, you know? Most games don't have demos. It's happening more often now, which is pretty cool, but that's an important thing, I think, to recognize. It's interesting because for a while it seemed like the consensus was that demos don't do enough to market a game to justify the cost of making them. But that seems to be shifting now. It seems like now there are so many goddamn video games out there that if you don't have a demo or let people play your game for free, they just won't. Unless it's like something they've been waiting for years. Hey, what's up, Chris Kringle? The RE2 demo literally convinced me to buy the game. Oh, sure. And if your game is good, the demos will only help. But it truly is the, you know, demos aren't free. I mean, they are to you to download it, but developers have to make them. And that costs time, that costs money, and blah, 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 blah. So for a company, it would be a question of, does making the demo yield us more sales than it costs the devs to, like, break off a chunk of the game and make it playable and contained? And then I think with demos, you also have to worry about data mining. To have a chunk of the game that, even when mined and decrypted and all that shit, doesn't give away a bunch of other stuff about the game. A tease showing me that energy tank. They know I want that energy tank. They know I want it. They're just going to show it to me. Oh yeah, these little guys. I like these guys. They're cute.
Recorded to logbook.
Oh, unless you're Arcane and you have to pump out an unfinished demo for a fucking fantastic game. What was the demo for? Oh, Dishonored had a demo, right? Dishonored 2?
Recorded to logbook.
I gotta go back and play Dishonored 2. I need to play Dishonored 2. I need to play Hitman. I love, like, environmental puzzle games like that. I see some lore! Hey, what's up, Fuzzy48? Little sine wave synth that's in the whole soundtrack is just excellent. Oh, that little like chirpy. Wee, 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 wee.
Recording to logbook.
Ooh, War Wasp Hive. Blech. Hey, what's up, seafood? Doesn't appear important. Scan anyway. Yes. 100%. Every game is rhythm or puzzle, and the best games are both. But you're right. Did you ever play Witcher 1? I did, actually, yeah. It got a decent review in PC Gamer, and I was like kind of hoping for a thick PC RPG at the time. That was what, 2008? 2009? Witcher 1 was one of the last PC games I bought physical. I remember that. I got the like dumb plastic clamshell that PC games had sort of converged on. I played it. I like gave it 2 solid evenings, and I was like, yeah, I'm not sure I understand this game or find out. Or I'm not sure I know what's fun about this game. It's kind of where I landed, because yeah, the combat was pretty rough. The camera was just kind of scuffed all around. Like the FOV was just like way too high all the time. Very strange. And I don't remember there being options to change it. And it was just kind of. It was ambitious. That's probably the biggest thing you could say about any CD Projekt game, is that it's always trying to bite off the world. And it gets so much closer every time. That's what's great. That is what it's been great to see. Yeah, combat's pretty trash in that game. And it was just like a lot of running, because there's that initial map that's just like a giant ring. And I was like doing side quests and stuff, but they would send me to like different places, and I don't remember there being fast travel or anything. So it was just like Geralt, like fisheye, sprinting through the wilderness with just like dumb goblins and stuff snapping at me. I was just like, I'm not sure I understand this. Story and characters were amazing. Yeah, I don't think I played long enough to start getting into those. Oh, we got lore. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief that many Chozo sages... Oh, it was the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our mind, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps finally the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. They're approaching space nirvana. They will finally know truth, because they chilled out hard enough. Ah, bees! Oh shit, he's like coming in for it. It's got like the speed lines around it. Man, those like synth hits are so crunchy. Or so alien. It does sound like an alien bug. Ow! How did the Doom subathon go? I mean, it was great. Everybody was super awesome. Spirits were high. I had a great time playing Doom as usual. Checked out a little bit of the classic mode master level, and I was enamored. I had a really good time. I only dilled around with it for like maybe 30 minutes, but I'm excited to get back into it. That'll be a fun challenge to bite off. I did also think it was super cool how the lock-on basically removes the need to aim from a first-person shooter. It makes so much sense. It was also in a time when games were like not willing to do that, I guess. It was more like, no, you gotta shoot shit. That's why you're here. Why would you let the computer shoot shit for you? Oh, that's right. That's how they code breakable walls. Just join. What's the mission? Shoot the shit out of Ridley till he's dead. Shoot his stupid face. Also scan everything. 100% run, always. Yeah, rip his heart out Kano style. Then maybe do a little one-liner. Ridley, more like Rid D's nuts. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say when I beat Ridley's ass. Zero-liner, classic Samus, yeah. She just blinks. Half-Life 2 and Xbox 360 had the strongest aim assist I've ever seen. It was hilarious in the go-kart. Oh, like you could just aim at the sky and hit people? Gosh, it's so minimal. But they're adding a little more instrumentation now that I'm, like, in the room. That's so cool. That MK movie was not my thing. Yeah, no, that's okay. No, it doesn't need to be anyone's thing. It was my thing, but I also like bad movies, so. Didn't always know you can use the enemy radar for this boss. Enemy radar? What do you mean? You guys had a radar HUD? Oh, enemy radar in upper left. Oh, did you like keep losing track of all the wasps? Am I correct in assuming that if you like Godzilla v Kong, you'll probably like MK? Yeah, I think Godzilla v Kong is probably a bit more crowd pleasing, unfortunately. But yeah, if you like dumb entertainment, Godzilla v Kong was pretty dumb and it was fun. Mortal Kombat is pretty dumb. It's not as fun. It takes itself a little more seriously, unfortunately. But somewhere in that intense self-seriousness, you can find comedy as a viewer. I just kept spinning, trying to follow wasps until Samus threw up on her helmet and drowned. Ow! Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I gotcha. Oh. Yeah, I guess using that radar is pretty important. This does seem to be like a boss that is specifically engineered to teach you about that. Or get you used to using it. I think there was a lot of good comedy in Mortal Kombat, but also a lot of oops, that wasn't supposed to be funny. Yeah, I think that's true. Kind of like the 95 Mortal Kombat, they did pick a character to like be the comic relief, you know. which actually worked most of the time. So that's kind of where I think a lot of the lightheartedness of Mortal Kombat comes from, is from wisecracks. There's not a whole lot of like physical humor, which is unfortunate. A lot of the fights are very serious business, which they ought to be, but you can still do physical humor in a serious business fight. I mean, Johnny Cage pounding Goro in the balls, for example. So like, they're examples of how like Mortal Kombat decides not to just cut loose and have fun with it. It's weird because it also leans very heavy into MK lore and like adds some weird rules that I guess make it function more as a like property. It's a weird mix. It's a weird mix. Which again, kind of, it has me thinking about it really feels like a lot of the sort of formulated to be blockbuster, like big budget Chinese films I've seen, where there's a lot of things they just really don't sweat, and it kind of has checked off a lot of things that I usually see on those kinds of films. But I like those kinds of films. I've seen like, God, 3 or 4 different Son Goku, like Journey to the West, big budget, CG laced out, dumb as all hell films. They have to make like 3 or 4 of those a year, right? An example of physical comedy was the move spamming bit in MK 2021. There was some of that. I think a lot of that, kind of like what you're describing, did actually lean on knowledge of the game, which is an interesting choice. There were some cute references and like things like that. Yeah, seemed like they would only read that way. This fight is meant to teach the lock-on feature. Oh, that makes sense too. Like, this is gonna sound like an insult, and I guess maybe to some degree it is, but it is kind of, it is a modern Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Actually, it's a bit more fun than Annihilation was, but it does kind of have that energy where it feels more like it's just trying to cram in characters at some point, and like its own lore beats don't make, like its own story beats don't make a lot of sense. I talked over the jingle. Don't worry, there's another one. You're right, though. I need to... Hey. I swear the pickups were part of the logbook, but I guess not. Because, yeah, I can't remember why I didn't get my hundo. I did it again. I did it again. Well, that's it then. That's it. No more pickups in this game. Oh, Carney. This was a while ago, but hey, hello and welcome. Sorry, I'll see something and be like, I'm gonna respond to that. And by the time I get there, I'm already rambling about something else. C-Bent, thanks for the resub. Wait a minute, was that really a door I couldn't go through? Hold on, I'm blanking now. I'm like, it seems weird they would make... Actually, I do remember them making you backtrack here, but I'm going to go check it out anyway. Oh right, I don't have the morph ball. There we go. Yeah, Tomcat, I'm running this on Dolphin, a version of Dolphin called Prime Hack, where, you guessed it, they've hacked Metroid Prime. It's a mouse and keyboard, doodly doodly doodly. Pretty cool stuff. Let me anytime I see like somebody snarking about how the PC platform's too hard and oh, you gotta plug things in, Windows Update mixes everything up. Just like, you guys, man. Okay, fine. I get it. Turning something on and having it work every time, I'm sure that's wonderful. But if you want to play goddamn Metroid Prime on a mouse keyboard, shut up. It increases the FOV. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I guess Prime Hack does that too. I actually didn't see much documentation about Prime Hack, so I didn't know exactly everything it did. But yeah, FOV increases are pretty vital. Windows Update actually messed up for me once, Lawrence. Yeah, it does that sometimes. Sometimes it does that. That is the thing it does. I mean, it's cost me things, so I get it. I've had, like, recordings fuck up because, yeah, Windows Update runs and then it reassigns mics and things are all dicked. There's always a trade-off, right? Without the mod for mouse and keyboard, you can still use it with Dolphin, but it's edge panning and not good. We were using that for years before we got this. Oh. Edge panning, you say? Cosmic Slop, thanks for the sub. I forgot there were ghosts. Or I forgot the birds were ghosts. Yeah, they're all dead. But I guess they transcended. It's another Chozo ghosts. Bird ghosts. Helpful bird ghosts. And it'll always be that way. Ghosts? Not yet. We're safe. We're safe for now. Oh, okay. This would rule in VR? Oh my god, it would. Getting some game lore and emulator lore? Yeah. That's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about streaming is that you'll have, you know, people drop into chat and just talk shop, and some of them have been playing this thing for years and following it the whole way and have internet tales, internet history to share. Is this the room with the wall that I can blow away? Not yet. These lasers even hurt. Psh, can't even touch me. Now that we have mouse keyboard, my only real complaint is many upgrade functions primarily as keys, whereas in the 2D games they were upgrades first and keys second. Oh, I see what you mean. Like the upgrades in the game just kind of let you go to new areas. Wait, I missed it. Hold on, I gotta backtrack again. Secret room. You ever streamed Vermintide 2 with Kraken? I'd love to see that. I would love to do that, but no, I haven't. I haven't played a whole lot of Vermintide, but I'm personally, I was waiting for the 40k Vermintide to come out, because I like 40k. I feel like shooting a gun is cooler than shooting fireballs, but I don't know, maybe I'm off on that one. Oh wait, I can blow these up now. What am I doing? Bang. Bang. Good, clipped it with my head. I swear to God. It wasn't in another place, was it? I guess it has to be in that room? Or wait. There's like sandstone wall or something. It was in the other area. Vermintide is a great Left 4 Dead spiritual successor. Yeah, because it has the leveling and grinding and stuff that I really like. Like putting a gear and leveling system on top of Left 4 Dead 2 is perfect. A+. I mean, essentially that's what like Earth Defense Force is for me. There you are. Ow! 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 There. I didn't talk over it this time. Yeah, hopefully, I've asked this before, several times. When is that 40K Left 4 Dead like coming out? It's fairly soon, right? Oh, the melee system in Vermintide is really good. I guess that's what's interesting. How do you like make it? How do you make a melee system hard but challenging? Because if it's like time-based counters or something like that, then it seems like you can eventually just learn the timing and never get hit with systems like that. Oh, no set date on the 4K or 40K thing, just 2021. All right. Okay, maybe I'll remember that this time. Vermintide melee is so satisfying. I do like a good melee. I was just thinking I haven't boxed in forever. I think the way that I'm going to get my self-destructive and performative tendencies out is to get back into wrestling. Right now that I have both my vaccines, I'm going to do it. And actually, what I'm waiting for is I have a gastroenterologist appointment next week. I want to make sure that my guts are fine before I start slamming them around and throwing them into 2x4s. As long as it's a system that rewards getting better at the game. Yes. That's kind of the crack for me. The idea that if you're better at the game or more efficient, you can either progress faster or like see better content, unlock better gear, stuff like that. Like the world tier system in Outriders is kind of exactly how I wish every game would do it. Scale up difficulty, but then provide some kind of digital goodie for it. I can go down there now. Man, this music is so creepy. It's like you can hear the ghosts talking, you know? Because of all the like vocal tones. There's that little reminder that you are in space. Do I have to call out of work when I get my vaccine? I mean, you might as well. Fuck it. I took a couple days off from streaming because I was gonna get my shot, and I'd heard people saying like, "Oh, I had a fever. I was in bed. I was shaking. Oh, it was nothing, man." I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. I got Pfizer though, which is apparently lighter. But I was kind of, I don't know. What? Maybe. But that means you were exposed to the virus, and I guess you didn't have that bad of a reaction either. You had a fever, chills, and aches. It's just a counterpoint, that's all. Anyway, my point was that if you ask for the day off and you get the shot and you don't have bad symptoms, then whatever. Then just take a damn day off. I guess I have to be honest here. I'm saying this as much to myself as I am to you. Like with most things, I think. I'm honestly just telling myself this. But that's what I did, and I basically had to fight the urge the whole day to get up and do stuff. I don't know, it's a weird mix. Like, I need to not do things, but I also really like doing things. So, sometimes I don't know what to do with myself. Well, just some soreness and a low-grade fever with Pfizer. Yeah, I mean, maybe I had a little bit of a chill, but it was also like, it was cold. It was cold here. I mean, California cold. It was like 65 degrees or whatever. Oh, there's my sweet ball, baby. My mom was in bed for 2 days from the vaccine, but a friend from our family who's in her 90s and has to sleep in a certain position or else she'll suffocate had no side effects. Interesting. Yeah, it just seems to really be all over the map. Don't talk over the jingle this time. All right, I won't. Hey, what's up, Faye? Oh. There we go. Sure, scan. Okay. What's up, Jonald? Emo mustache. Thanks for the sub. Any triple vaxxers? Well, like you got all three? Got the J&J. That's like the EGOT of vaccinations. This game would do great for VR remaster. I mean, they did have a thing. I can't remember what game it was for, but there was a thing for Switch where it did have. There was like a Google Cardboard thing that you would just drop the Switch into, and it did have like stereoscopic VR, I think. Maybe not stereoscopic, but was it Labo? Okay. Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. They've toyed with it a little bit. I could see them putting out. I mean, okay, this is like 8 layers of assumptions, but like, let's say that the Switch Pro is a thing, and well, the screen is still 720p though. All right, I was gonna say if they had a new Switch with a high resolution screen, that would make for a pretty good head-mounted display, but bleh. Smash Brothers says a VR setting too. Really? I haven't tried Switch VR. How is it? How is it? It seems like laying two very low resolution images on top of each other in your mind would be very difficult. Because when I play low res VR, you can kind of see the fuzz around 3D objects where like the aliasing doesn't match. Ooh, Emo Mustache, thanks for gifting a sub to Beef Gorel. Drinking anything right now? Nah, just water. Trying to get healthy. I gained like 10 pounds in a week. It's not hyperbole. That's just what my body does. I just started putting on, I don't know, my body retains water like crazy sometimes, so. So I gotta squeeze it out. Gotta squeeze out all that body fat. Like I'm wringing out a towel. Can I do a toast to my Nan, who was a pretty cool old lady? Yes, you can. To queer phase Nan. I'll cheers with my Diet Dr. Pepper. Cheers. At least it's not water. Jingle time. Thank you for the heads up, Captain. I'll try my best to not talk over it. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, and then the music kicks in because now the game has started. Like, okay, you got morph ball, you got missiles. It's Metroid now. We just had to put you through the little like bit where it was all creepy and weird. Yeah, that little chirp is still there. What an interesting thing to be the like audio identifier for your, like what an interesting, I guess, leitmotif. I never really thought about that being such a recurring element in the game. Oh, thank you, Faye. Yeah, I've got pretty outrageous legs. There's a reason for that. I mean, I've been overweight most of my life, and when I was a teenager, the conventional wisdom was that, I mean, and it's not wrong, but the conventional wisdom is that doing a lot of cardio, a lot of like middle impact cardio is how to lose weight. Yeah, calorie burn makes sense. What I didn't really know about or think about or get educated about was diet. So I would be eating like 3,500 calories of fast food a day. But then also I would go out at night and run like 3 or 4 hours a night trying to lose weight. If only I had known to eat some chicken. Maybe on some level I did know and just chose not to pay attention. But so yeah, just an ass load, an utter ass load of running while overweight. We'll About a minute. Okay. Logbook entries scanned 20%. Nice. Nice. Looks like you could kick the ancestors out of somebody. I mean, I can. When I did MMA and stuff, my kicks were pretty brutal. I mean, it's the legs, sure, but also just the body weight. I was, like I said, I was overweight. Always have been. So, but I like started my martial arts education with jiu-jitsu, which is all about learning how to leverage your body weight into you know, grappling and strikes and stuff like that. So when you're a big fella and you know how to leverage your body weight properly, you can put some hurt into the pad. Got 100% scans. I'm trying. I'm thinking about it. Problem is, I've probably already missed one. I think I missed one on the on the thing at the beginning. Also, sorry, I thought there was a Z and stick. Okay. I think I missed a, yeah. Yes, I need to backtrack. Right. Or I need to go back to the hive. Because there was a morph ball passage there. Oh, you got the one you can miss from the ship? Yes! Thank you for validating, Cammy. Now I can move forward with bright eyes and a clear conscience. What do you mean, Metroid without backtracks? Hell yeah. Is that an accurate model of Lawrence's Wii? The one running Metroid Prime Trilogy right now? With the proprietary USB dongle that I developed myself to allow mouse and keyboard inputs? Yes, indeed. None of that is happening, by the way. This is me absorbing the hard work and ingenuity of the PC modding community. God bless them for all of the grace and wonders they give us every day. Okay, can't get in there yet. Yeah. Ow. All hail Dolphin or whatever you're using. Yeah, no, it's Dolphin. Shoutouts to Dolphin, though. That's another team that I gotta just find and send a grab, like just a sack of cash, just a little like, hey, you guys rule. Thank you for doing all the work you didn't have to do, just because you thought it needed to be done. This is the Prime Overhaul mod that has all 3 games. Well, it's Prime Trilogy, so yeah, it has all 3, and then the mouse keyboard hack is part of the emulator. So the answer is yes. Dolphin was the original name of the GameCube? Yeah, that was its like code name when they were making it. hence it is also the name of the emulator. Magmoor Caverns North. Wait, I don't... That's the place that's gonna hurt me if I go there, right? I'm gonna go. But I think you need the Varia suit to go there. There's a weird split with modders. One added and fixes functionality, and other adds Love Live characters to other video games. Yeah. Modding Randy Savage into everything. I dug into the source code and wrote a wrapper that makes this work on modern video cards. Cool. You can have sex with Winnie the Pooh now. Which mod do you want to play? Also, Winnie the Pooh has big anime tits. There's still an image of a dolphin on the GameCube CPU. Really? I didn't know that. Use Magmoor Caverns music for D&D. It sounds pretty perfect. Those like deep chants. Oh bother, my tits keep falling out. That's what happens when you've got giant anime melons. They're just spilling out all over the place. Speaking of, I guess Resident Evil 8 demo later. It's the last demo you couldn't be stomped on by Lady Dimitrescu, right? This game unashamedly uses the theme from Super Metroid because it's perfect. Oh yeah, the Norfair music. Oh, whoa. It is a bit different, isn't it? Or is it exactly the same? It is very similar for sure. It's very similar. I think it's slightly different in the notes, but only by a little bit. The oh, it's the lower Norfair music? Okay, maybe I don't know the lower Norfair music enough. I've only gotten to that part of the game a couple times. Ow. That was cute. Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. Watching the A&E Stone Cold biography, I never realized how big and how over he became. How over? Is there supposed to be another word there? Hey, what's up, Andrew? The main theme hasn't started yet. You'll recognize it more once it does. Oh, okay. I could look like a young Billy Zane? Damn. That's extremely complimentary, thank you. Billy Zane was quite fetching in his younger days. Still quite fetching. Oh, over means popular. Oh, gotcha. I thought that's maybe what you meant. Yeah, man, the Austin 316 shirts, they were everywhere. Gotcha. Okay, my bad. Man, this cycle blows ass. What, I've been a few? Just playing sweet video games. Maybe the next one I can get it? No? Is there anything else to jump on? I can jump on that, maybe. Give me a little more height, but now I'm further away. Okay. I don't feel like this is supposed to happen. It feels weird, right? Yeah. This doesn't... At least it's off sync, so I'm not just completely dicked. The rest of them seem like they're perfectly... Yeah. Oh, come on! Just tuck your legs up, Samus. Alright. This one's gotta get it. I'm getting closer every time. Yeah! Link's not allowed in chat. No, they're allowed, yeah. There's a Billy Zane pick on first glance. Would make anyone wonder if it's not you instead. Maybe. Links are certainly allowed, though. Can you believe Billy Zane got to be the lead in the Phantom, and here I am, playing Metroid Prime. Actually, I think playing Metroid Prime is probably a bit sicker than being the lead in... No, wait. It was the Phantom, never mind. That's a decent trade-off? Yeah. And I don't want to tell tales, but if I had to wager right now, I'd probably wager that Billy Zane has never played Metroid Prime with a mouse and keyboard mod. Probably not. So, Metroid is the better thing. It really is, isn't it? I don't think I have any of the goodies for this room yet. What I do have is some lore!
Recording to logbook.
The circles of this dying land echo in our ears as we Chozo watch the great poison seep ever further into the living pulse of the planet. The dark energy sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all life. Peaceful beasts die by the thousands. Some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the force that fell from the sky. Many of these mutated monstrosities remain small enough to do little harm, but others grow enormous and threaten our very existence. One such beast defiles our sacred fountain, disgorging poison from its foul form, replacing pure flowing water with cascades of creeping death. Even in the face of such horror, we Chozo do not turn in fear. We are all that stands in the way of this great poison, and it is our duty to contain it. They really were some real ones, huh? The ultimate question, don't tell Captain, Metroid Prime or Halo. I mean... Actually, shit. I would say Prime. But that's so tough because I think that depends entirely around like what the person has played when they approach the game, and also what the games were trying to do. Even Halo wasn't trying to be Metroid, and Metroid wasn't trying to be Halo. But I think Prime did more newer things that were all super successful, whereas Halo iterated on a lot of cool ideas that was also super successful. If Halo wasn't as mechanically sound of a shooter as it is, it would be such a shoo-in. But Halo has a mechanical game, a mechanical gameplay soul to it as well, and so does Prime. Halo made FPS slow and boring for a long time. I agree. But it also made FPS, like, that's just market forces. That's what people could handle, and that's what they wanted. But yeah, the Halo era of shooters was a bit of a rough one. But, you know, some of the Halo knockoffs were alright. I'm trying to realize when it got fast again. I feel like Modern Warfare 2 was the game that really started to convince people that people could handle speed. Everyone was still, like, weirdly, it took people a long time to start putting actual meaningful mechanics back into games. Or, like, trusting people to be able to aim. Thought that Modern Warfare lock-on. The first Modern Warfare proved that as well. Yeah, I think you're right. I think by my perception, it was just Modern Warfare 2 that sort of solidified it. Like, it wasn't a one-off, and it wasn't an experiment. It's like, that's how fast these games are now. But yeah, you're right. The first Modern Warfare kind of proved it more than the sequel did. Modern Warfare was certainly faster than normal, and Modern Warfare 2 took that 10 up to 11. I think for me too, it's Modern Warfare 2 is when they started to really dial into almost the slot, like the roulette aspect of Call of Duty multiplayer. Like the big jackpots of the kill streaks and like the numbers coming up. I bring this up a lot, but like the numbers coming up on rollers and stuff like that. It was very much just like a... When I saw COD then, it reminded me of like salarymen playing pachinko. I was like, you just... Like the balls coming through the things, that's just gunfire. It's the same thing. It's like pretty lights and sounds that have the illusion of like skill or determinism behind them, but kind of not really. Alright. And now I've got ball, so I can go... Wait. Here. The glorious guitar riffs every time you shoot a dude in the balls or something. I mean, the double kick guitar wails whenever you would level up are pretty... Like, that's just a blast of serotonin for sure. Again, kind of like the bleeps and bloops that come out of a slot when you win like $2. Same thing. At least it feels the same to me. Which is not to minimize either. You know, if you're having fun, you're having fun. Doesn't matter why. My god, did I hate kill streaks? I prefer score streaks of recent games by that 100%. Yeah, same. Because I was never good enough to get any of them. And yeah, there were perks that would like let you put the training wheels on if you could never get like 8 kills without dying. But I think that was also, you know... That was also me just not being good. They've gone back to kill streaks for some of it too. Seems like a bad strategy if you want to keep player involvement. Sort of. I think it's more like teasing you about all the cool shit you might see next round. You know, maybe the matchmaking will give you that like freebie match where it matches you up against a bunch of children and you just fucking wreck house. So you get to call in dogs and UAV and a gunship, and you know, it's the like payoff that keeps you thinking the next one might be it. It worked. I liked Modern Warfare 3 solution with the support streaks that carried over between lives if you're playing like a toilet. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of really interesting experimentation with those games. Lore time. Had games like that in Modern Warfare. Yeah, the way that people would talk about it, and even my own experience, I was like, this has got to be part of the game, right? Either the MMR system is such that like it will carry you up, and then like I feel like if you lose enough matches, I feel like it starts to just really open up the floor, and then it'll feed you like a match to keep you playing. I feel like in the same way that slot machines will feed you wins to keep you playing. Faye, thank you for dropping in. I almost said thank you for the sub. I hate it when it starts to become automatic language. So I apologize. You're gonna go to bed now. All right. You've had an animal crawl all over you. What is Worf? Is Worf a cat? Rediscovering so many fun things about Prime. Oh, Worf is a rat. Okay, that's right. You said you were going to post photos. I missed those, by the way. Well, go to sleep. I won't keep you up, but I want to see this rat later. Little circuitry in the see-through visor that touched the edges of the helmet. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I'm not reading the... Oh, I got distracted. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. Jumped because I thought I got called out. No, you're good. Well, you want to check out the Billy Zane pick I talked about? Oh. I'm really pushing my luck here. Okay, I can see it. I think that is from The Phantom. That movie's weird. It's weird to see a movie like hit all these beats. I don't know, before the beats got super established and see like, oh, that didn't quite work here. Also, just a weird hero in general. I guess post Batman, they were rifling through the comic cabinets to see what properties they had. Because it was that, it was like Dick Tracy, it was The Shadow, all kinds of stuff. Isn't it a superhero movie that ends like an Indiana Jones flick? Well, yeah, that was kind of the idea of the superhero himself, I think. Big, like, pulpy comic book vibes. I don't remember if he fought Nazis or not. Darkman? Well, that's a weird one. I gotta watch Darkman again. My memory tells me it's an extremely Sam Raimi movie. And those are always fun, sort of. They can be a little uncomfortable sometimes. It's almost like a good Sam Raimi film is like your uncle is like feeling himself and he's telling a lot of jokes and they're just on the borderline of being distasteful and you're worried that if he has like another light beer it's going to get into some weird territory. That's watching a good Raimi film. It's like, oh, Uncle Sam, that's just a sense of humor. And he's like so unapologetically himself that you have to love it, but at the same time you're also like this something, there's a weird tinge in the air. He makes you laugh and cringe? Yeah. Pretty much. That's not an analogy I'd ever use to describe Sam Raimi. I don't mean like problematic, if that makes sense. Yeah, Darkman 3 was Die Darkman Die, but I don't think he was on that project. Oh, the Raimi Spider-Man 2 scene with Doc Ock in the hospital. Yeah, I mean he was pretty clearly flexing his Evil Dead chops. It was really good. I remember watching that in theaters and being like, okay, I get it. You were a horror director, but holy shit, this scene is also amazing. Oh, it's so good. Sam Raimi talks about some less than tasteful moments in his movie, like he'd rather not include them. Really? Okay. I've never seen many interviews with him, so I have no idea what his personality is like as a creator. You know, I just have his movies to go on. That scene is a big reminder that he's a horror director first and foremost. He's really good at it. He really is. I mean, Drag Me to Hell is really good. And also just has those... God, it's hard to describe. He definitely has a way... Like, he can inject levity into anything. Kind of in, like, talking about how... I mean, Mortal Kombat, 95 Mortal Kombat was a lot less subtle about it. But yeah, he knows how to, like... He can, like, extract all the emotion out of something. Yeah. I need to watch more Raimi films, I think. I finally saw Crime Wave a little while ago. And that's pretty peak, like, cartoon slapstick Raimi by the end of it. There's some pretty fun, like, tracking shots of things that get thrown across a room and stuff. Definitely has that, like, sort of playful spirit of trying to get really goofy shots. Oh, I activated a runic symbol. These jumps were pretty tough to make. Like locking, shooting, then jumping. Sort of an ability test. Make sure that you can do all those things in sequence. Crime Wave was a comedy horror film intentionally. Ah, I never would have thought about it as horror. Yeah, I guess the scenes where like that dude's chasing. Yeah, I never thought about it as horror, but kind of makes sense. Oh, come on. I can't go up here yet? Alright, fine. The way this puzzle works the first time you play this room is great. It makes you explore what you just traversed. Ow. Oh, like you climb and then you have to go back down and then go back up and stuff like that? Crime Wave is what basically led to Evil Dead 2. That makes a lot of sense. I love, like, the fact that he did Evil Dead and then he went back and he did it again. And, like, put a 2 on it, but it's just, like, a different, more matured attempt at a movie like that. I do kind of wish more... that was more of an established thing. Of, like, directors just saying, like, you know what? I think I've learned enough. I want to take another swipe at this. I've brought this up before, but I do kind of wish Edgar Wright could do Hot Fuzz again, now that he's just, like, exponentially better at action directing. Evil Dead 2 is not a sequel, it's Evil Dead 2.0. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I mean, that's been happening, like, a lot now with remakes and stuff, but I think it'd be neat if directors could just, like, try it again a few years later. Hot Fuzz with World's End fighting scenes would be nuts. Scott Pilgrim's fighting scenes. That's kind of where my head goes. And, like, Scott Pilgrim's fighting, Baby Driver's driving. He keeps biting off, like, different kinds of action and just getting so good at it. Actually, what's the, shit, what's his name? I saw a clip from Raid 2 on, Racer Trash's stream, and I'm just like, talk about people who just went from, like, 10 to 25,000 in terms of directing action. I don't know what that dude's working on now. The whole point of Hot Fuzz is that the fights aren't meant to be epic or grand. It's supposed to be mostly mundane, because that's what police work mostly is. To a certain point in the film, I would agree with you, but then they kind of agree with each other that they're going into, like, action movie rules. And I feel like that's when it should... I think the movie does try to dial up in intensity, and it kind of does. But, I guess to me that's where I would think... In an ending action celebration... where they do step, like, maybe even in their own heads, step into a world where, they're allowed to break the laws of physics and shoot 2 guns whilst diving through the air and stuff like that. I see what you're saying, though, Captain. I don't know. To me, and this is, just me with my own thoughts. It did read to me like Wright really enjoyed shooting action and wanted to do it a lot. And I would think that if somebody made a whole movie that is a celebration of action movie tropes, they would want to shoot like fun action and have it be as big and stupid as possible. But I don't know. I'm straight up not very educated on cinema. Either its creation or like interviews with directors or anything like that. I am a pretty full lay person when it comes to watching and appreciating movies. Will you stream from a hot tub in your living room? Wait, you think I'm not doing that right now? Hold on, what do you think's happening down here? Because it is a bubbling hot tub. Everyone said that that's what you have to do to get popular on Twitch, so I did it. Hot Fuzz was very British subdued. Might be a culture thing. Maybe. He made a short film called Dead Right, which is an earlier take on police genre and inspired Hot Fuzz later on. Really? Okay. Maybe I'll check that out. See what that was all about. Ow! Definitely here for the hot tub. Yeah, see? This was on DS. No, GameCube. DS was Bounty Hunter. I don't remember. Oh, it's featured on the Hot Fuzz DVD. Gotcha. Okay. Yep. Gosh. Prime Hunters. Thank you. I guess it made sense it had the Prime branding. It was first person. That was the one where you had to like look around using your thumb on the touchpad, right? Or like, yeah, you had to like hold it. You had to do that weird thing where you had to like hold it, but then use the stylus to look around. It almost worked. It almost worked. Man, it got tiresome though. It was okay. Yeah, that's about right. It's a shame because you would think that maybe the DS would be. It was. I guess it was my hope at the time that the DS could house some like good lo-fi shooters, but yeah, if that's what Nintendo could do, then I'm just like, well, maybe not. 3DS didn't really run with that either. Maybe it made kids' eyes bleed. Like, Metal Gear Solid 3D was really awesome. I'm trying to think, were there any 3D first-person shooters for 3DS? There had to have been, right? Somebody had to make one. There's no way. DS was good for Game Boy Advance games. And Trauma Center. What are your keybinds? It's just the default that the emulator came with. Ah! You bitch. Right click is lock on. So it's like aim down sight. It makes a lot of sense. There aren't really that many buttons in Prime. Space is jump, control is ball, left click is shoot. Visors are holding E and hitting 1 through 3. Beams, I think, are holding Shift and E and then 1 through 3. They had Call of Duty on the DS. Oh, I don't think I ever played that one. I probably would have. I don't know why I didn't. Do I get bombs already? Oh, charge beam. Alright, well that works too. More lore!
Recording to logbook.
Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent, the fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night as a spider weaves a web.
This sounds like some bad stuff. I wouldn't want any Phase-On in my coffee. No, thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You can kill him now. Rah. Sound of nostalgia. Yeah. Guys, Prime 4 is in development. You're gonna get to hear that sound again, and it'll probably be on, like, the next iteration of Switch. That... probably holiday 2022, I would guess. Unless they, like, just super fast-tracked it, and Retro knows exactly what they're doing, and Nintendo doesn't have a big release for this fall, which I'm... Isn't the new Pokemon this fall? The new Pokemon. There's like 2 of them. Because there's the Ruby and Sapphire remaster, and then Legends Arceus. 2022 seems right. Yeah. If. Could be even be 2023. Nintendo seems like... They seem okay given their devs time when they need it. It seems like. Nintendo seems like a pretty good publisher. Like, Mercury Steam is the only company I think that's ever commented about Nintendo as a publisher. And they had, like, really positive things to say about it. People usually have positive things to say about Sony, too. Only recently have they gotten really snickety. That sound. Beastmaster. Thank you for subbing, because I was thinking about that GIF last night. The one of Tingle going, ball so hard that shit, hooray! I love that GIF so much. I saw a picture today of Walmart still selling Mario 3D All-Stars. Walmart, be careful! What happens if Nintendo repels in through the skylight, slams your head into the desk for selling illicit products? Man, luminescent cylinders? They're just named what they are? The glowing cylinders are glowing at 80%, sir. Very good. Nintendo just wants quality stuff because it ends up selling better, weirdly. I mean, it maintains its price point a lot better. Nintendo's a hawk about that. But it really is true, because, I mean, even Nintendo said it a couple of... Well, I think they have. No, maybe they never said it, but it's certainly demonstrated by everything they do. They really do believe in the value of brand. They're opening a theme park because their brands are so pristine. Mario's been passed around to some weird things, but by and large, their big properties are big for a reason. It's because they're always good. Good enough. Pretty good. Can you not jump when you're charging? Why do I keep missing that? I do remember the one thing that they said about mobile. They told the investors this, is they were like, yeah, we're going into mobile, but we're not going to monetize that hard because we don't want people to, like, associate our properties with a suboptimal experience. So even at the time when, like, their investors had been asking them to go into mobile for years, they were like, okay, we're doing it, but we're not going to earn as much money as you probably think we will. Or that was like part of their expectation setting, which I thought was, you know, super chill. Nintendo always reminded me of Disney. Yeah, I think that comparison's pretty apt. I mean, when you look at the opening of, like, Super Nintendo Land, it's very hard to not think nearly the same thing. The crazy protection of image and brand, parlaying that into, like, value, just being hawkish about that stuff and then having it pay off in the long run. Kind of eschewing most of the industry and finding success in doing it. Except Nintendo makes good things. Zing! Yeah, I'm speaking more about, like, the expansion of Disney. And, like, I want to say, like, 30s through 60s Disney. Because if you follow the timeline, that's about where Nintendo is now. I feel like Nintendo looks up to companies like Apple and Disney. Maybe. I think not that I have, you know, a full understanding of Japanese business ethics, but I think no doubt there's professional respect there. That said, I I don't know, the way Nintendo does their corporate communications, they don't communicate through that very frequently that they're like envious of another company or anything like that. But yeah, got their start with like a squat little cartoon character. Well, I guess that wasn't the start for Nintendo. They were making cards for centuries, which is also weird. Oh, that was a big missile. I want to scan that one. I look at Skyward Sword as the worst in the series, not only in terms of the imprecise motion controls, but in the lack of adventure. It's walking down hallways in an amusement park. It is that a bit. I don't know. I think Skyward Sword was there to create the Zelda experience for motion controls, and I think specifically it was there to create a Zelda experience for people who had a Wii, which was a whole new grip of people. I think we sold like, what, 90 million? So Nintendo's thinking, and they said this a couple times, was that they viewed it as their responsibility to convert all the new, like, mobile gamers, people that bought Wii Sports or whatever. They were like, we want to convert them into playing Zelda. We want to convert them into playing Metroid. And I think that's why those games, or it's weird because Prime 3, it backed off a little bit actually. Yeah, now that I think about it, Prime 3 was a little more linear and easier to grasp. But I think during the Wii years, Nintendo was about simplifying their core series so that their huge expansion of audience could pick up those games and play them.
Recording to logbook.
But yeah, that said, that doesn't make it a better Zelda experience if you like the open, mechanically focused, more core Zelda experiences, which was what Breath of the Wild was. So I agree, though. I think in the long run, Skyward Sword is probably the weakest, like, mainline Zelda. I want to try it again. I want to go back and play it again. I remember liking it, but I also was like, it's weird to me because it came out the same year that Skyrim came out, and they were both kind of like, this is not. Skyrim had the open world, but not the, like, mechanical intensity. Well, it's coming to Switch. Yeah, I guess I'll get to do it again.
Recording to logbook.
Skyward Sword also came out at a time when everyone was falling out with Zelda. Or when you were falling out with Zelda, never mind. Even now, I'm disappointed by the series' unwillingness or inability to progress its own overarching story or lore. It's been telling the same story for almost 40 years and none of the participants have developed at all. Yeah, it doesn't care about that. At least it hasn't yet. It seems very happy to just live with being a legend. Almost like the movie. But yeah, it's more about myth than about story. Young Kame, thank you for the Prime. Wish they didn't announce Breath of the Wild 2 so early. It's unhealthy to be torqued for this long. Yeah, that's weird and sort of un-Nintendo. Because they announced it with like a trailer and everything. Like they talked about that game way early and then have said nothing since. Nintendo's usually pretty buttoned up when it comes to their like to their announcement and like media windows. They'll announce a game, they'll like release trailers and market it for like 6 months. It'll come out, and then they'll say what the next game's going to be. With Prime 4, I feel like they only said that just because they were starting it over and they felt like people needed to adjust on timelines, but yeah, Breath of the Wild 2, they said it early. Normally when things like that happen, I tend to assume it's like some investor level shenanigans of like people just, you need people to know that it's being worked on for like monetary reasons, or so they don't start asking annoying questions. But there's no way. Like Zelda's not even Nintendo's highest selling franchise. That would be more like if they said way in advance that they were making a Mario Kart, which of course they are doing.
Recording to logbook.
Oh. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't... Oh, hold on. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't milked their franchises dry in terms of movies and shows. There's the Illumination Mario movie, but nothing else I know of. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they're even doing that, but yeah, it's, they could have. I mean, they had a live-action show, a cartoon. They were more ready to milk in the 80s. And they sort of settled into the long game. Game over here. Thank you for the prime. A waste disposal bot as a boss. Yeah. It just went berserk. I mean, that's one of the things I really like about Metroid games is that usually your enemy's the environment. Animals that have gone crazy, machines that have gone crazy. It's not like a galactic emperor out to get you, although the space pirates are kind of like that. But usually what you deal with is just problems. There's just problems in the way, and you got to deal with them. Isn't there a waste disposal boss in Nier or something? I think so. Oh yeah, that remake's out. I should give that a crack. But actually, apparently the PC port's pretty solid, which is what I was a little bit concerned about. As a Pokemon fan, I am milked. Yeah, Pokemon has been like overproduced more than anything else, it seems. Oh yeah, I can bomb jump now. Oh, PC port is solid? Great. As long as you limit the FPS to 60. You're concerned that the PC port was solid? I mean, it's good to know. I feel like it can still be a crapshoot sometimes. PC port quality.
Recording to logbook.
And I love that, like, that. That's like the sound of just like whacking something with a stick. It wasn't a lot of soundtracks. It's all over the GoldenEye soundtrack because it's all over Eric Serra's score of that movie too. But that like bop, that like echoey smack. The remaster has this weird bug where the game speeds up the higher FPS it is, so your FPS is 144, you'll be playing Sonic. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad way to do some of the open world traversal in that game. I remember doing a fair amount of just running across a big empty field in Nier 1. No, it's ding-donking. No! That's a pretty solid bass groove. Why still do so many new games tie the tick rate to the frame rate? Because if it's running on a console, you don't have to worry about having variable frame rate. And there is a whole lot of engine shit you just get to skip if the frame rate is locked. Or if you can explicitly tie physics to the frame rate. So, games don't know what time it is, right? They just go. And if your game's only going on one console that has one CPU, then you can make all sorts of assumptions about how the game's going to run because it's only ever going to run on this one thing. And then you take that and try to run it on something else, and it doesn't work out too good. So they're like with any project, anytime anywhere for any reason. There are always going to be functional assumptions you have to make. Or, like... You can't make everything for every circumstance for all time forever. You know what I mean? It's just not... You just can't do it. You have no idea what the future's going to ask of you. So you make the calls you can in the time with the expectations you have and the information you have. And yeah, that leads to things like frame rates making games go wacky because they just assumed it would never run faster than 60. Or even for the PC port, like patching it up to 60 was the best they could do. There's a lot of things that have to collide at all the same time to render one frame of a game. You got to do a lot of background calculations, get updated information and position about a lot of things, process physics and collisions, add on all these like lighting effects and stuff like that. So, the more you can assume about how far away that frame was from the last one, the faster it goes. Damn, I need water though. Look at this. I got 3 energy tanks. I'm living large. Oops. Oh no. I keep forgetting escape is not... I have to add it again, don't I? God bless you, Borderless Window Gaming. Please don't lock up my machine again. I don't want you to boot on me. It's been a while since I've... shoot. Well, whatever. I'll take a break and get some water. Hold on a minute. I want to fix this first, though. I have to actually click it right. I have to, like, re-add the window and... oh. We're good. All right. I usually just hit the Windows button and click back into the game. Yeah. Oh, does that work? All right. I'll do that in the future. That's the menu for now. Yeah, I'm going to go get some G water. Be back in a second. See you guys soon.
Parodies. Bolt into action
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome me back. I had a kind bar. And I got some water. That's all you need. That's all you need to explore space. Kind bar and some H2O. I gotta do it. I got a bomb jump up there. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Ah, that's right, okay. I rescued you from, George Wood's anti-advertising tirade. You don't want to just be a sheeple, do you? We're gamers. We're better than that. Our DNA is better. Stronger. Oh yeah. They told me where to go. They made a thing boop boop boop. So no, that's the big like sun area. Is that maybe? That does look like a thing you need the morph ball to get to. It's like, it's not that sprawling of a map, but it is pretty open and has varying paths and stuff for a beginning area. That's pretty cool. You gonna play Returnal? Hell yes. Very much so going to play Returnal. I've been a huge Housemarque fan for a long time. I actually wanted to play Nex Machina during the 420 Wii Debration, but you know, there's only so much time. There's only so much time. There's only just too many games. But I'm definitely gonna play Nex Machina pretty soon here. Oh wait, that's a plasma beam. I can't do that. I can't do that junk yet. Maybe it was in a different area. Was it overworld? They just told me where to go to. Does it like refresh it if you go to a save point? I can't go there yet. Well, there's a save point pretty close, so I'll just go there, save, and see if it tells me. Vendrana Drifts, Lift, and Magmore? I have to go through Magmore without a safety suit? That's where it said to go? Alright. Thank you. There might be a lift before I get there. All right, Magmore Caverns elevator. Sorry, I have to like every time I come into the map, I kind of have to relearn the controls. So for that, I need to. Okay. Gonna play Next Machina tonight? I'm thinking about it. Although I looked at the clock and it's already like 7, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, I definitely wanted to put in some Beat Mania time tonight because it's been so long since I played that, and I'm missing it. I'm missing it. So I want to get back to that. Also, I think I can. Can I charge shot these? Oh wait, I have bomb now. That's right. That's why this room's cool. It's because you kind of corkscrew up it as you get upgrades, bit by bit. But maybe. I mean, it'd be fun to put an hour into that game. Just do an arcade mode run. See how far I get. How was Nier Replicant? I don't know, because I haven't played it yet. I mean, I played it a long time ago. And from that, I can say it's weird. Shocking, I know, but that game's weird as hell. It's good? If there's like a big aha moment in that game, and I suspect there is, then my opinion might change about it, but it's certainly weird. And there's value in that. There actually is. Ow! It's a very sort of not by the numbers, vaguely open world action RPG in a time when those were just sort of congealing. I think it was pre-Skyrim. Is it weirder than Nier Automata? Yes, it is. Nier Automata, it's weird in a story sense, but you can grasp the gameplay of it fairly directly. And like lore-wise and lore-wise, it takes a while to click. Structure-wise, though, it's like you're a person, you beat up robots, you're on the ground, there's a map, there's like side quests. Like, it has more of that. Nier Automata, or sorry, Nier Replicant. It's... This is going to sound weird, but it doesn't tell you what it is for a very long time. Because it's just kind of floating around, and it's a lot of weird things. If that makes sense. It took me 4 tries to get into Nier Automata. When it finally did, it clicked. Yeah. I mean, same for me. It took me a long time to get into that game, too. Like, Nier Replicant is like that. But kind of... That click moment happens a lot later, I think. There's some great music in it. I think, if anything hooks you early with Nier Replicant, it's the music. And what is it? Jennifer Hale just screaming at you at the intro. That's fun. that gets your interest early. Smoke venom weed every day. I'm more of a venom weed edible guy. It just sounds like I eat poison. Also, tragedy of tragedies, now that I know that there's runes to scan in this room, I have to do it. Unless I see something that reasonably I can't scan. Playing more of this in the near future. Probably? I am extremely impulsive when it comes to choosing what to play. So, I'll warn you. I also have some, like, themes that I try to stick to that preclude certain games on certain days and enable others. THC Tuesday for the fine consumers of poison grass, poison weed. Weeby Wednesday for those that partake in the world's superior culture of Japan. Technically Cyber Sunday, although it's been a while. Jenkem Friday, yeah, soon. The goal is to have a theme that doesn't really matter for every day of the week. That's the goal. Are you still the quintessential gamer, or did Funhouse keep the title? Well, they never made merch out of it or anything, thank God, so no, I think I get to keep it. Nope, that's mine. I mean, I've used it in some things. I haven't really like tried to aggressively brand with it, but Crocodile Sunday or Crocodile. Got to lean on the edge of the week. Satan Salad Saturday. It has to also be alliterative. That's the other requirement. Every day has to have a theme that I stick to for no reason. Ah, come on. Really? My reward is stuff I can't break? Wait, sandstone with bombs, right? Get out of here, sandstone wall. I thought there was a quintessential gamer shirt. Nope. I mean... Wait, no, there was. You're right. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. There were two. Yeah. No, there was one that actually said that on it. Yeah. Well, never mind. They're not selling it anymore. And I don't think anyone that made it works there anymore. Could be wrong about that. But I have the pink one. I do too. Wait. Oh, wait. No, there were three technically then. Yeah. There was the Macintosh knockoff. There was the, like, Outrun graphics one. And then the last one was actually my favorite, which was sort of a more intense deconstruction thing. Actually, hold on a minute. I have that in my closet. I'm gonna go grab it. I'm actually really proud of this one because it kind of came and went. I don't know. It got nobody. I don't know. It was kind of buried, and it's a weird design too. But I don't know who designed this one, but I was like, holy shit. I mean, I gave some source images and a rough description of the layout, but they just killed it, and I'm like, holy crap, that's beautiful. Absolutely murdered it. That was like, I was really impressed, but I don't think a lot of people saw that one, and it's just, man, it's just gone. It's in thrift shops across the land now. Is there a chance of a spiritual successor to Hardnetten returning? I don't see why not, but ooh, wait a minute, where am I going? I got turned around. Oh yeah, I'm going to, wait, the central room? Am I allowed in here yet? No, I need high jump, right? Oh. I thought this was later. Oh, whatever, this is where I'm going. Oh, you got that one at RTX? I think it might have been exclusive. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, they didn't tell me that. If it were. Twere. But yeah, regarding Hardnet, it's just all it was a dock of, like, weird internet shit. I shared it with everybody when I left, but, eh. No, I don't see why not, but I don't really, like, have a steady podcast to roll that sort of thing out on. I guess it could be a Twitch thing. And yeah, Twitch has voting now. That wouldn't be a bad, like, weekly gimmick to get into. I don't do a lot of streams like that are, like, weekly to scheduled time. I'm kind of afraid to because, I don't know, obligations are tough. Think it through. That's something you shouldn't rush. I mean, whatever. It's not like it's a huge deal. I think the other thing is now, too, I have no way of telling anyone about it. Even if I did do it, there's no place to reach those people anymore. There's, like, the Funhouse subreddit, I guess, but even that, like, most people have kind of moved on. I feel like. The power of the sun. In the palm of my dish. Did you ever consider a 48-hour stream? I mean, sure. I would stay awake for 48 hours if it got me $1 million. I think I would do that. But I don't know that there's a super compelling reason outside of that. Could we please mod the game to have Samus in a bikini? Well, what's saying she's not in a bikini right now? Sir, I think it's quite sexist of you to imply that a woman in a full body armor suit can't be in a bikini. Oh, wait. That was close. Did people leave Funhouse because they found better paying jobs? I mean, I can't speak for anyone else. My pay went up significantly when I left, yeah. That's not why I quit, though. I mean, it doesn't hurt. This music is wild. It's like, it's weirdly like down tempo and it's super chaotic and really like free with its timing. A lot of the music has this sort of sensibility about it. Need some Rich Lawrence shirts? Yes, you do. Just like money coming out of every orifice, floating up in the air. Jeez, it's totally alien. Yeah. It really does remind me, like, Metroid 1, NES Metroid had some creepy, creepy music. And this is doing a really good job of scaling up that sort of approach. It's got more, like, sound to it. It's not as just completely empty as Metroid 1's soundtrack was. Cool. What would you even call this genre? This is like some like Amon Tobin stuff. Actually, this sounds really similar to some Amon Tobin stuff I've listened to. I don't know what you call it. Like soundscape, dreadcore, bit trip. Interesting. Huh. Space industrial. You know what that all sounds like? I'm gonna say it's all accurate. All of it. Ow. Scan these guys, can you? Oops. No, alright. Norm Sprue. Thanks for the sub. Vendrana drifts. Absolutely fucks. I just say it's straight up dark wave for most of the soundtrack. Yeah, Darkwave sounds about right. I haven't listened to a lot of Darkwave though, so I'm not an expert there, I don't think. do the Presage mission in Destiny. It's very much Metroid Prime space horror inspired. You probably really like it. I've played a few like strikes or events in Destiny that feel space horror-y. I don't know if I've done that one, based on the name. Diago, thanks for gifting 5 subs. Oh! The world needs Metroid Prime 4. It really does. It needs another game from Retro Studios. I don't know what's going on there. They put out Tropical Freeze like 6-7 years ago. Maybe they did the port. They usually don't though. AMCMK, welcome. This whole boss fight is what brought me to the Prime series as a whole. It's pretty neat. There's some layered mechanics there, and it actually does a really good job of like indicating to you what you need to do and layering on the complexity. Oh shit. Oh, that's right. I think if you don't scan the suits. Oh wait, it's not a logbook entry. Never mind. This is a great boss, very memorable. Yeah, it's sort of the first boss when I was thinking about it. My Dusty had the first big one that I remembered. I remembered the flamethrower boss, mini boss, because it's a really unique sort of boss. Just a crazy robot spraying fire everywhere. What else do I remember from this game? I remember fighting Metroid Prime. I remember fighting Ridley. I'm digging around. I remember shooting a shitload of space pirates in Fendrana. Oh. I don't remember a whole lot else about Prime, really. I'm trying to remember the other areas beyond Magmorph and Drana. Because it's like ice, fire, like kind of jungly area. That little Wimwoms in the background. Man, those were some good Wimwoms. I never heard those before. But yeah, big dominance establishing T-pose there. Still remember the day I got my GameCube. Best Christmas ever. Nice. If you 100% Prime 1, you get to see the birth of Dark Samus as a post-credit scene. Oh, was that in the original? I can't remember if I ever, like, honestly 100% of the game. I think I got to the point where there was something I didn't pick up, and I had picked up all of that thing in the world. Like maybe, but upgrades aren't part of the log, so I don't know. There was something I missed. Do the charge beam thing? Oh yeah, check out Samus's face. Yes. God, it's so dim. There's like, there's a place where it's like really noticeable. You can kind of see eyeballs in there.
Huh. Shoot at the door and it'll work better? Okay.
Recording to logbook.
Pulse bamboo. I never actually read the description. If you don't charge a beam around them, they just kind of float there like idiots. Alright, let's try it. Oh, dang it, I must have hit it. Kind of see it, gosh. Okay, and then they're gonna dump me into the... Alright, this makes sense now. Now I can go to, Magmoor. I gotta come back once I get the spider ball. Whoa.
Recording to logbook.
Bees! Try it. This one looks like a good door. Yeah, okay. That was significantly more eyeball. What's the advantage of scanning in this game? Lore. But apart from that, if you 100% everything, you get a hidden scene. Some of the bosses that'll actually inform you as to the mechanic to damage them. If you scan them, it'll make your lock-on actually go onto weak points. At least it does that for the prologue boss. I actually can't think of a single other example of that happening in the game. But then again, I'm early on. I think there might be like one other enemy. Oh, Relic, thanks for gifting 5 subs. You already did that. 10 subs, then, for both. Thank you very much. I think in 3, when you use the ship control visor, you would see her eyes and some facial features at all times. Yeah, they make it super slight, because her face is pretty low poly in Prime 1. I remember finding a really good spot where if you like shot the wall with a particular beam, like she'll actually like blink and squint if it's like a really big flash, I think. Sino, thanks for the sub and the compliment. Thank you very much. I love that. I need to watch more. It's actually kind of easy for me to see. It's just in my preview window now. Oh, thank you for the cheer as well. Always welcome. I'm not here often live, but I was grateful for the VODs or YouTube videos. I'm glad you like those. Yeah, I finally kind of figured out a good flow for those that really revolves around having somebody else do the title and thumbnail. Yeah, finally got to a really solid like 1 a day posting, which is nice. My next step, my next trick is to start another YouTube channel for all the highlights. Because they do worse than the VODs sometimes, and part of that is because it takes me 1 million years to get them posted, but they should do better than that. They should be better than that. Oh, Futura Majora, thank you. The good news is I am doing really well, but I appreciate that. Hey, McCostich, thanks for the resub. Any cool projects you could talk about? Right now, not so much, actually. Sort of. There is a, I'm chatting with a guy about playing a wizard. Ow. So, that'll be cool. If I can be a wizard in, like, a short that this dude's planning to make, so that's cool. I haven't read the script yet, but I will, so it'd be cool to be a wizard. Apart from that, I'm working on some like YouTube graphics, or rather somebody else is working on some YouTube graphics. They were in chat a while ago, but that is part of sort of spinning off a highlights channel to hopefully clear some of the clutter around the highlight videos that editors make.
And that's just, it just feels better to separate it that way. I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to maintain 2 YouTube channels, but like I said, that's work I can give to somebody else. So, now that some other projects have sort of cleared the way, I can kind of focus more on, I guess, what I was kind of getting into a couple of months ago, which is sort of developing a business. I got my taxes filed. There's like, it's frustrating sometimes if you want to do something that is a little scaled up. It's not just doing the thing. It's like all the prep to do the thing. So I'm finally in a place now where I think my accounting's good, my business structure's good. I can start trying to really scale it up. The goal is to, like, I don't know, it'd be nice to get to the point where I could, like, hire people, but not there yet. So we'll see. Thank you, Real Original. Yeah, it's nice to have taxes filed. That way I don't have to, like... It was basically where I thought it would be, but I this is sad. I did forget about California state income tax. I did my estimated federal, and I paid California state tax a lot, but I don't know, it just didn't occur to me that I would have to pay that separately too. Usually my refund handles that. But anyway, so that's something off. And then I've like, my books are a lot more like organized for 2021 because of the separation of things. In terms of gameplay speed, would you say Halo and Metroid are similar? Well, with the mouse and keyboard mod, this actually feels faster than Halo. Even playing Halo with a mouse. But I would have said that Halo is a bit faster than Metroid Prime. I mean, you can move and aim at the same time. That's still a thing Metroid Prime didn't really do. They had lock-on for that. Oh, Fodell. I'm glad you like inside games. Yeah, that's been fun. Doing that too. That's the other thing of like, there are projects that I'm, well, maybe not doing, but have started, and they're not projects that just stop, but they're still projects that take time every week. So the more of those I do, the less time there will be for new projects. It's just doing the ones. So that's certainly another priority too, is scaling that up. But at this point, and again, this is what I was sort of referring to earlier, is that we really don't have a place to tell anyone about anything. I see a lot of comments from people being like, oh, I only just now found out about this. And of course, like, there's no way to let you know. We just have to hope that the YouTube algorithm eventually grabs on to people who used to watch, like, the news show Inside Gaming. And let them know we're here. But we can just kind of wait for that to happen, if it ever does. Oh yeah, these little guys. These guys are cute. That's right, they grab your little ball and shoot them away. Twitter's really not useful to message anything. Twitter goes by so quickly. And unless it's like a big viral thing, it just kind of like evaporates after like 10 minutes. So, I put it out on Twitter a couple of times. Truth be told, Twitter being Twitter, I should probably just have a scheduled tweet once a day, where it just keeps blasting it, but I don't know, I don't want to annoy people. I guess the irony is I would think like, oh, I don't want to make it so people ignore whenever I tweet something, but they already don't really pay that much attention because there's just a lot of noise. Yeah, exactly, Eloy. Twitter's very noisy. And you only know about it from Twitter? Okay, well that's reinforcing then. I mean, I tweet it out every week, but that's one tweet. And that's not really that much. So yeah, I should probably at least... Yeah, I probably should do one a day, maybe. But yeah, that's just kind of it. So, it's just whatever word I can spread on Twitter. And then yeah, just hoping that the YouTube algorithm works its magic. It seems like it kind of is. It's honestly a mix of YouTube working its magic and then also waiting for a real clickbaity story that we can sort of piggyback off of. But that's always been the game. At least when it comes to like doing news content, is you throw the dice every week, and as long as you're throwing it every week or every day, is really helped actually. Posting once a day is really good for growth. Just gotta keep winning. Bruce wouldn't care at the end of Inside Games if you plug the Twitch streams? You mean our individual Twitch streams? Probably not. I mean, it's in the description. But that's not really the point. We're not doing that show as to like promote our streams. But if it gets that big, maybe. But I also tend to think that there's enough of that already, you know, pushing people to Twitch or more, or OnlyFans or Kickstarters. You know, I guess you always want to grab an audience and then send them somewhere more valuable for you. But I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, we just need to make good videos that people find entertaining. There's nothing else matters if that's not there. Which is the most fun part. So it works out. To some degree, I kind of enjoy not thinking or caring too much about all the particulars. I kind of leave that to Bruce. That's where his head is at. He loves digging into numbers and making things grow. I like making shit. I like digging in, elbows deep. Did you send out all the cards that have been redeemed? I should have sent yours. Yes, Malcolm. Has yours not shown up? And it should have been there by now, unfortunately. Ow. Ow! My precise mouse aim is letting me down. Precision aim! Pixel perfect. Yeah, this is totally the, exactly the Norfair theme. That is for sure. Can embrace that lock-on function. Yeah, it's actually it's at the point now where it's like a little bit more useful than just free aim. Oh yeah, that's right. Super Metroid reference where you can bomb out this like platform. It's like the first thing you think of if you played Super Metroid when you walk in there too. I better blow shit up. Yes, you can. If you thought about starting your own company, think about your own Rooster Teeth where you're the CEO. I already have Angel Frame. I have an LLC that I am the only employee of. Besides, you can't sell out if you got nothing to sell. So, ow! Ow! Step 1, get something to sell. Step 2, sell out immediately. Ow. No, wait. Actually, wait. No. Step 2, like, cast myself in a movie. Step 3, sell out. That'd be cool, man, if I could do that. I got like 10 years. The timeline's about right. Fuck! Why did I even jump over here? There's no reason for me to be here. Step 4, get out of the lava. Yeah, that one's important. Can't forget that one. Aw. You don't have it anymore. Womp womp. I know nothing about business. What's the advantage of being an LLC? I can employ people. That's pretty much it. Also, it affords me some amount of legal protection, which I'm not really worried about, but let's say that every night I streamed a feature film to get popular. The producers could sue me, but they would be suing the business entity that created the stream that like is on file with Twitch. So they could bankrupt my LLC and then I would just get to walk away and form another LLC and do it again. I fell in the lava. And tax write-offs? There aren't. Those don't exist. No, it actually costs me more in taxes to be an LLC versus a sole proprietor. Whenever somebody like snidely implies that there's something easy to do that makes you pay less taxes, that's usually not the case. If something's easy to do, if like all you have to do is fill out a form and you pay less taxes, everybody would do it. I guess that is true in some circumstances, but no, it provides me with an employer ID, which allows me to employ people. So I can hire people, I can take in payments as an employer, and I can issue payments as an employer. That is another thing that it allows Law Dog Productions LLC to do. And I have that set up. I just don't have the business monetary flow, the revenue flow right now to provide stable employment to anybody. But I have a grip of contractors that I pay regularly, but not on a schedule. My hiring, well, yeah, I don't know that I can provide internships. I don't know what. Ow! I don't know what the hell's. I don't know what the hell's associated with that. This is the texture upscale mod. It's not. It's, I mean, it's texture filtered by Dolphin to some degree, but no, this is just vanilla game so far. I'll check out the texture upscale in a bit. Maybe the next time I play the game. Hire me, then fire me. I want to be the first. I think even that would cost me money in California. Am I trying to tell me I shouldn't be here? I want to go to Fendrana. Contract me for work, then reject the terms first. Violate the contract. Well, dang it. All right. That's... So, as a business, do you have to pay any sorts of fees just to be able to claim you're a business? Thought about starting my own. Yes, you do. Yep. I don't know what the deal is in your state. For my state, I had to file with the California Franchise Tax Board. Yep, that's what it's called. The FTB. Had to send them like a $600 check just for the luxury of operating in this state. And then if I have out-of-state employees, I also have to pay what feel like punitive taxes on top of that if I'm like employing full-time out-of-state people. Apart from that, no fees yet, aside from just like general fees of scaling a business. Like, there's a couple of tools I use now that cost money, a small amount of money. But I have like I have an accounting software that I use. I have like, there's other things that aren't specifically tied to being an LLC, but yeah, mostly it's just paying your state government whatever amount of money they have, or they ask you to pay. It might be free in your state. Who knows? It didn't cost much for the federal government, because all it really is just filling out a form and then getting a tax ID. Then you have to like associate that tax ID with an LLC entity. That filing also, I recall, wasn't very much from the federal level, but can you stream without being a company? Oh yeah, absolutely. The default manner in which you stream is Twitch pays you as a independent sole proprietor. So you as an individual can get paid to do whatever the hell you want. You just have to claim that money on your taxes, or you're supposed to. With Twitch, it's kind of hard to dodge. because they file it too. And if they file it and you don't, well, that's kind of a smoking gun, isn't it? I unfortunately live in California too. We might be neighbors and not realize it. Oh, either way, it's expensive being a company. Sort of. I mean, if you're a company, this is... So, let's get this out of the way early. I am very, very rich. That said, when you get to where you're like paying... When you're taking in money and you're paying people's salaries, money kind of changes meaning at that point. So, like a few $100s to pay for a business license from the state you're going to operate in, it really, like, if you're dealing with, like, paying people thousands of dollars a month, something like that, it's just, like, cost of business operations. There's... The only way you'll, like, be 100%, like, straight and narrow and clean with the way your money gets spent is if you're just doing it all yourself, as an individual. How rich are you? Oh my gosh. Can you believe how rich I am? Oh. I mean, it's pretty outrageous how rich I am. I got gold-plated socks. It's causing a problem because it's getting into my skin and making me sick. But I'm not taking them off. Could you write off the LLC filing fee as a business expense? You could. I hope I did. Oh wait, I haven't filed this year yet. Yeah, you could. So here's the thing about writing off expenses, by the way. People when they say that seem to think that claiming a business expense on your taxes is like claiming a business expense to your employer, because it's not. Oh wow, hold on a minute. I'm so rich I got Botters advertising in my stream. Cool.
Hi, what part of the armed forces are you with?
That's pretty rich. You gonna come back normal? Okay. Let's say you're a normal W-2 employee from a corporation. You are traveling for business. You buy a hamburger. It costs $10. You save your receipt. You go to your company. You show them the receipt. They give you $10. Free money, right? You got all your money back. That's not what happens when you have a business expense. Let's say that I spent $200 on a business license or whatever, the filing fee for the state of California shit. On my taxes, I can say, hey, I spent $200 on a necessary business expense. They'd be like, great. You don't have to pay taxes on that $200 anymore. It is taken away from your taxable income. That doesn't mean you get $200 back, or it doesn't deduct $200 from your taxes. It means that the taxes on that is gone now. So I didn't have to pay the 30% on that $200 I took in. I don't have the $200. I just didn't have to pay the taxes on it. It's still nice, but that's the idea. It's not free money. It's just money that's not income because you spent it on something you had to buy. All right, you want me to go to Fendrana, huh? I guess they probably want me to go through Talon Overworld if that's why I'm here. The correct amount on a tax return should be $0. Yeah. That means you kept exactly the right amount of money. You didn't give too much to the government. But people also love that, like, sort of Christmas morning aspect, which I get too. It's really nice to suddenly and spontaneously be told you're getting a lump of cash. Thank you for the detailed answer. Hey, thank you for enduring it. Sometimes I ramble a bit. Oh yeah, is this the one where you have to, like... I don't know if that's what you do here. Like, maybe I can't get that yet. I'm confused. There's a passage. I want in it. What was the last upgrade I got? Varia suit, I think.
No. Typhlo, thanks for the sub. So yeah, I guess that's always kind of a project in the back of my mind. What or the aspect of trying to scale up and create jobs and opportunity in the games media landscape. That's a really cool it's a really cool thing that I'd like to be able to do. Okay, so you do have to do the vert ramp to get up there. Alright, well. Phendrana through Magmore is the way to go. Oh, so I'm not even supposed to be up here? Okay, I'll go back to Magmore in a second. It's pronounced Varia. I'm pronouncing it Varia or Varia. I don't know. Oh, I can't even. Yeah, you can't even backtrack here. Oh, wait, you have to go on the log. Most things in the Metroid universe have disputed pronunciations. Samus Aran, Samus Aran. Well, there's really nothing to do here, huh? All right. I'm in the live production business, so you can guess how life's going for the past year. I'm sorry. I'm glad to hear you say you're still in the live production business. That sentence could certainly have more concerning endings. Hopefully we're just primed for the surge. I got my 2 shots and I am ready to mingle. I'm ready to go to some live events. Toss down some crisp $5 bills for plastic solo cups of single shots of vodka. Potato, potato, charge beam, charge bem. Inoculated and ready to copulated. Hell yeah. Man. That's a really good womp womps. Wait a minute, why am I here? Fuck. I took the wrong elevator. That was stupid. Alright, well, back to Magmore. I guess they give you this is like a chance to swoop around and grab all the upgrades and stuff that you have like logged in your noggin. Like, oh, I remember all those parts I need to bomb jump. I just want to go out and get drunk in public again. Yeah. Yeah. I want to be in a room. Just get buzzed to all hell. Just hear the sounds of life around me. Also, man, very clever to use Metroid doors as a loading mechanism. You're kind of trained to wait on those stupid bubbly doors to open up. Whoop. Are Samus's eyes wide like Doom? Am I going back to the same goddamn... No, okay. It's just a nearly identical room. I always thought it was weird that no matter how far away that orb gets from the base plant, if you shoot it, a little fire trail always trickles all the way back. Oh my gosh, I just remembered I forgot to brush my teeth this morning. I've been doing so good about brushing twice a day. Let it slip. Now, a few times with the vaccine being out, and there's some people who are coughing too much for my liking. Bleh. Bleh. Well, whatever. If you got both the shots, who cares? They can cough on whatever they want. Do you floss? Oh, yeah. Only twice a day? You brush your teeth more than that? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Here's the... Okay, yeah, there is another... Okay, there's another door.
3 times a day after every meal. I typically floss after every meal and then brush in the morning and at night. My aunt made me brush 3 times a day when I stayed with her. Ah! Oh shit. Woo! I'm falling in lava a lot. WASD is a bit difficult. Also, I keep looking at chat, and that's on me. Yeah, I feel like you know who's had bad dental work based on how violently they try to convince you to floss. Start to make it. Okay, Sino, you're a CPA. It's funny you mention the example you're talking about. Oh, okay, working on it, taking exams, but doing taxes for about 5 years now. Okay. It's like being a mechanic. Once people know, that's what you get called on to do. That's awesome. I mean, that situation you described is basically where I'm at. Revenues. Hey! Oh fuck, this one might get me. Woo! Revenue's small, but it's growing. Okay, I do have to go up there. Alright. Oh, you work at a CPA firm. Right on. Rickety Cricket, hello and welcome. That's an excellent emote. Yeah. Yeah, these sections were obviously designed around having analog movement based on the angles they make you go. It's okay, just steady as she goes. Steady on till morning. Don't hurt the little animals. They're gonna nudge me into the lava. Try. Never actually seen a death in Metroid Prime. Not to brag, I just didn't die. Yeah, no, it's fairly easy to make it through the game without dying, unless you're me and fall in the lava a lot. I remember dying to Metroid Prime, like the last boss fight, organically, like maybe once. Yeah, the game is not super difficult, which is kind of a bummer. I was hoping to play it on a more difficult mode. But I guess you have to beat the game first. I've never liked that. I guess it does really encourage multiple playthroughs, but just let me get my ass kicked first. Might have a gecko code that will force hard mode if you want to try it. Is it? Can you just click it on in the middle of a save file? I was thinking about trying to find a save file that had it unlocked, but New Game Plus always strikes me as boring. Yeah, like New Game Plus, where the difficulty also increases, is kind of the golden place to land. A Diablo kind of Borderlands sort of scale. As I recall, like the death screen for Prime is actually pretty cool. It's like it shows the visor all cracked, and then I think like it has like a silhouette of Samus or something like that. I like my games to be naturally replayable. Oh, like just the mechanics themselves are fun enough. You don't have to like bait people in with progression or anything like that. Screen breaks static and scream sounds. Is that okay? I remember Prime. Well, I remember seeing the death screen in Prime 2 quite a bit more often, and I remember thinking it was actually a really cool looking death screen. I don't recall ever seeing it in Prime 3. Oh, thank you, Rickety Cricket. Yeah. Hair turned out pretty good today, huh? This is phase 1 of me transcending and turning into a VTuber. I've thought about that. VTubing is great because it basically means that, like, ageism isn't a thing. Sexism, theoretically, I guess based on vocal tone, which is a whole deal, but you can be 90 years old and be a hot anime girl. It's great. Oh, this HUD reminds you of Republic Commando? Yeah, I can see that. It's pretty similar. Although this game, like, predated Republic Commando by what? 3, 4 years? And that's how we make it so people can't bomb jump. Bastards. Kazuna AI. Is it Kazuna AI or Kazuna I? I'm pretty sure it's just I, right? Anyway. Is doing a concert with some VTubers today and tomorrow. You should get in on the touring, drop some bars. Should do that. My unique brand of nerdy white boy rap. You can bomb jump that? Prime doesn't let you. You only get 3 and they don't come back. So, like, you can't. Or how would you? Or do you mean this, maybe? On top of the box. You mean like back here? Oh, I see what you mean. You just have to get it right the first time. Hey. Uh-oh. No, okay, you have to do it. You have to do it right twice in a row. Okay, the boxes come back. All right, that's not so bad. They made the bomb jump pretty easy in Prime, as I recall. Oh. Gotta do it right 3 times? Oh. Easy enough, but you could do some ludicrous stuff. Really? In Prime? I've seen a couple of speedruns. I don't recall there being really wild, like, bomb jump skips and stuff like that. Just because of the way that they did restrain them. Early E-Tank? Oh yeah, I guess I didn't... Oh, Fendrana, we did it! Yeah, I guess I don't have Spring Ball, but... Alright. This is what it was all for. All of it. Oh shit. You need plasma just to go into Fendrana? Whatever, the music still plays here. Oh. Hey, maybe not. It's like Fortress of Solitude music, you know? It's just the sound of crystals.
Recording to logbook.
Oh yeah, you get little crunchy, like, snowy footsteps. Yeah, the percussion is so good. Oh man. Yeah. I like how there's an entire scannable to tell you this platform is held aloft by the giant rocket under it. Alright. Yeah, I can see that. Alright. Thanks, Visor. Forgot how clean the sound design in this game was. It's really something else. I don't know. This is a dumb and obvious observation, but games can't be great if their audio isn't great. You know, that's like, it's kind of half of all the sensory experience of a game. But audio is, I feel like, very often sort of ignored, or like, it's just sort of expected to be good. And no one really, like... It's always just like a one paragraph in a review, you know? It's like, the audio's good, soundtrack's good, guns sound good.
Recording to logbook.
It seems like it's only talked about if it's wrong. Jesus. Big Fat Geek, am I wrong or did you write a bitmaps about Prime? Fuck. That's a hell of a reference. I probably did. Let's find out. Hold on a second. I can't stand that. I'm sorry to show you a storage bar that is red, but I have a lot of like doubled up media files at the moment because I was transcoding something. So ignore that. Ignore that. Anyway, let me see if I don't know if... Will this search the Word docs? I don't know if Windows Search will go into old .doc files. Uh-oh. Yeah, unfortunately, I'd have to like open them all individually to see what they're about. I have no clue. What's going on there? Agent Ransack can search inside Doc and DocX. Urgh. I don't know that I want to install a whole tool just to find it. I mean, maybe. Also, I did not know that these got really short by the end of it. Actually, I guess they're all pretty short. Huh. What's a bitmaps? It was a opinion column that I wrote every week just to get myself to write more. I got up to like 100 of them. I mean, I'm kind of doing it now with like the newsletters and stuff. I probably wouldn't be doing this if this music weren't playing, but I'm so into it, so it's fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a lot of... Oh, I think these are like photos I took from the BYOC at QuakeCon. Yeah. Like, it's formatted in HTML because I had to to post it, or I had to like copy and paste it into a what you see is what you get editor, kind of. Yeah, so many images. Actually, I wonder, were any of those hosted anymore? No, I don't think GamesAreFun.com is still around. So, unfortunately, I think that's all busted. Yeah, it's down. Womp womp. Screenshots of text? No, it's. Oh, okay. Interesting. Star Ocean. Why am I writing about Star Ocean? Also, different font. We moved up to Arial. Anyway, I'm gushing about Lost Odyssey in 2009. Oh, I guess it was, yeah, there was a new Star Ocean, and yeah, it was real bad. It was like a PS2 level game. Crazy to think that you and Ash Paulson started there. There are a lot of people that wrote for that website that kind of went on to do cool stuff. Yeah, there were a couple of like incubator websites that ended up churning out some banner talent. The search bar in Windows Explorer under advanced option, you ought to search inside files. Aha! Alright, hold on. Okay. Yep, that did it. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh shit. Oh, I think this is wait, hold on. What are we doing here? Fucking Christ. Ugh. Of course, System Shock 2. Okay, so there were two that mentioned Metroid Prime. Oh yeah, I was like, look at that, lamenting about Halo even back then. I guess referenced? What boss fights have you done so far? I did, well, I guess it depends what you consider a boss, but I did a Wasp Nest, the flamethrower thingy, the giant flower with all the tentacles. Last boss was the bug guy with the mirrors. Huh? Bug guy with mirrors. There were mirrors? And a bug guy? Alright. There were a lot of mini bosses, I think. Scythe Hands guy? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, Scythe Hands guy. Flagra. Yes, exactly. Okay. I'm gonna apologize in advance because a lot of my earlier writing had a ton of try-hard humor in it. So there's gonna be some cringy jokes in here, I'm sure, or like forced jokes, I think is what I would describe them as. But hey, let's get some game journalism right at the end of this. Deep Lawrence lore. Imagine that you're in an art museum. Don't ask me why you're there, you just are. You move from painting to painting, taking in the works at your leisure. There's a fat woman. Like, why did I choose fat woman anyway? That keeps disgustingly clearing her throat behind you, and you didn't really get that one painting showing a bleeding black square with a pierced penis, but whatever, you're still having a good time. Yeah, see, there's the humor, I guess. Without warning, a guy comes up behind you, and in the most piercing, nasal, grainy voice you can imagine says, "You're doing it wrong!" You try not to stare as he puts his hands on his hips, glaring daggers at you. "Stand over here," he says, pointing. You try to ignore him, but he just clucks his tongue and drags you to the point he indicated. "There! That's where you're supposed to stand. Now look! Look! Do you get it?" He stares at you, trying to monitor the reaction of your face. His breath smells of shrimp, and his hands have left an unidentifiable film on your clothes. Naturally, you are annoyed, and more than a bit creeped out, so you try to leave. "Not yet!" he whines, pulling you back to the spot. "You haven't looked long enough yet!" You sigh. This is crap, you think. There is no way I'll enjoy art. Or this is no way to enjoy art. I should be allowed to view This, how I want, take away whatever I will. This douchebag has no right to browbeat me into anything, and yet, video games do this all the time. Any player that's gone to the bathroom during a cutscene, made a sandwich during a lengthy unskippable dialogue sequence, or sequenced the human genome during Metal Gear Solid is familiar with the times a game rips interactivity away from the player. The reasons developers do this are understandable. They have a story. It took them a long of time to write it. I didn't prove. And damned if players are going to go and skip something they put so much effort into. However, I am not prone to whining. That's not true at all. It gets very little done. Instead, here are some examples of games that allow the player to explore the game's content if they choose. Hopefully, next year's developers will take note. Wow, that's presumptive as fuck. Let me tell you how to do it right. Prince of Persia features what I've dubbed the dialogue button. When pressed, the prince stops to have a chat with his perpetual sidekick, Elika. These conversations can either reveal backstory about the game's setting or enemies, or cause the two to engage in banter, fleshing out the relationship. Fleshing. I'm glad games writers stopped saying that. Fleshing things out. Describing levels of polish. Either way, this content falls into the stuff that's not entirely essential for gameplay category, and Ubisoft Montreal wisely chose to make it optional. Same is true for the game's scenery. Yeah. Some of the game's vistas are absolutely stunning, but the camera never does the tried and true slow pan through the environment to force the player's eyes. While I stopped to chat and look around every chance I could, I know some players out there wouldn't care about such things. They want to jump and fight and beat the game as quickly as possible before their controllers short out from the excessive drool spilling out of their mouths, and their brains devolve into Cro-Magnon levels incapable of manipulating basic tools. It thought that this thing disconnected. I don't know why. Why would I like insult players who want to skip that dialogue in the same editorial where I'm saying that they should be allowed to play games they want? I don't know. Your writing sure has improved. Yeah, doing it over and over will do that. My biggest problem now is like I'm writing like a dork. Even me reading this sounds dorky. It's just the word choice is not great, and the sentence flow is not great either. But yes, links are allowed. Oh yeah, sorry to anyone who's confused. These are op-eds I wrote for a volunteer games website 13 years ago. Metroid Prime associates textual descriptions with almost every entity in the game world, fleshing out, again, resident creatures and the Metroid mythos. Retro Studios very cleverly hid all of these descriptions from normal play. Gamers interested in such content can manually switch to the scan visor to seek them out. This makes additional content completely invisible to those that aren't interested, and easily accessible to those that are. Players understand that a mechanical toggle either grants them access to a sweet additional world of content or protects them from the annoyance of it. System Shock 2 was the first game I played that ever really embraced this idea. Audio logs sprinkled around the derelict ship in which the player awakes gradually reveal events leading up to the present. The audio logs would frequently lead to caches of items or codes to storage areas. Players that took the time to explore the additional content were rewarded with more than the satisfaction of a deeper story, while players that were just interested in hitting things with a wrench and loosing their bowels in terror could get right to that if they so desired. I mean, that sounds really obvious now, but even in 2008, the use of like audio logs hadn't become as ubiquitous as it is now. I mean, BioShock, I think really set that there. Oh, wait, Wayback has got some of it? Hey, whoa. Oh, wow, look at that. Cool. I mean, yeah, some of it's there. Oh, yeah, I embedded videos of this. I recorded my TV with a digital camera just to show off the user interface. But yeah, it's got a chunk of them. They all want to... Ooh. Hey! Kim Sickle shows up in chat sometimes. And Unforgiving Edges is a guy I still know and talk to. Oh, I think I was talking about StarCraft again. I don't know. You're the hero of time, GCN? Oh, Big Fat Geek? No way! You aspired to be more like me when you're writing for Games for Fun and took over his column spot. It was not great. Oh. I had no idea. I'm sure you did great. You just gotta stick with it. That's the fun part. You have to get better if you keep doing it. That's ridiculous. Jeez, oh, look at this time frame though. It's Beatles Rock Band. What is that? Flat Out? A Gundam Dynasty Warriors game. Mini Ninjas and Dead Rising. Wow. 52,000 achievement points. So long ago. So long ago. You were really judgmental about how people played games, huh? Oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, that's why I kind of get the way that people get about them now. It's the same thing. It's youth and passion and pretense and feeling like you know everything. Unfortunately, for all the great things Half-Life does, it is guilty of the force players to see things conceit. Overall, the storytelling in Half-Life is very implicit. Most of the plot is told through context clues, pieces of newspapers you find on the ground, pictures placed on people's desks, and cryptic hints and side comments from omnipresent mystics. However, the human drama events always corral the player. While I'd rather be forced to watch human drama than boring expository about the Half-Life universe, it shouldn't be necessary in the first place. In their developer commentary, props to them for including, Valve discusses their use of gates to keep the player in a particular area until a scripted sequence is finished. As much as I appreciate how clever their solutions can be, the player should still be allowed to progress if they want to. I've said that, and then I say art is subjective. There's no way around that. The viewer has the prerogative to view any work on his or her own time in his or her own way. There's danger involved. The idea that the viewer will miss something important or fundamentally not appreciate any given work can be frustrating for an artist. Fortunately, people are dumb. They will always take something away from a given work that wasn't the artist's intent. I'll just look at any song done by the Police. Or really just the one. Really just the one that people misinterpret. As a developer, you want a gamer to appreciate what you do, even if you have to tie them down and shock them with a car battery until they get it. As much as it hurts to think that all the love and hard work put into creating games may go by completely unnoticed by 90% of the viewers, that's an implicit risk and part of the process. Games are interactive, a fact that should be embraced instead of curbed for the sake of expression. In 2008, I'm going to say I was actually onto something, even though I was not expressing it in the right way. Games were getting inordinately fascinated with storytelling and cutscenes and cinematic experiences and stuff. And I think it was a bad direction, creatively bad, that led to a lot of very forgettable games and a lot of just like not very interesting output. But whatever. Whatever. Had to do that to get to where we are, so it works out. The boring exposition is the funnest part of Half-Life, though. That's the thing that, yeah, also that I... Like, it's okay to make someone stop and look at something if it's entertaining enough. It has to cross that boundary. And yeah, I would say a lot of the cutscenes and dialogue and, like, scenes they make you watch in Half-Life are good enough. 100%. And yet you love Resident Evil 6? I love 6 because it's, like... It's just the... It's like you have one soda and it's awesome. And then you have two sodas and you have like a caffeine high and you're like, this is the best. And then you have three sodas and you're like, but maybe if I keep going, it'll just wrap back around and be good again. And then you have four and you're like, this is bad. And then you have five. And then you're like, why am I still doing this? And then you get Resident Evil 6. I feel like it was 3 steps beyond realizing that was not good. But it's still great. It's still fantastic, and I love it. The fact that it does go so hard is what saves it. If it were just a half-hearted, reasonable attempt at making a dumb, big action cinematic game, no one would remember it, I think. I mean, it has the advantage of also being called Resident Evil. I'm trying to think of games like Resident Evil 6 that aren't Resident Evil 6. There's stuff like I guess it's all associated with Capcom, like Dark Sector and Dark Void. Wait, Dark Sector wasn't Capcom. Dark Void was, though. Man, what a magical thing. It's the George Lucas watching episode 1 and saying, we may have gone too far in some areas of video games. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The rebooted DMC? Oh, I actually like that though. So there's nothing to do here, huh? I gotta be able to get to one of those doors. Dark Void is free on Xbox this month? Really? That'd be an interesting game to jump back into. The Series X backwards compatibility. You need a higher jump? I thought so. I mean, to get to that one, yeah. Oh, is it above me right now? Wait, there's 2 doors there. I can't get to either of them? I want to get to them. Ow. I guess, yeah. I can't. Alright, I do need a higher jump. It's true. Well, it's already 8:30. Alright, I think it's time to move on to the next game. Beat Mania. This is a very high energy game. I don't need to save again, but I'm going to. There's gonna be a lot of lights and sounds, so get ready for that. It's good. It's a good Saturday night party. Oh shit, the RE demo's live. All right. Let me download that then. Maybe I can grab it in time. But yeah, DJ Yowie hands tonight for sure. Do you think I'll play Subnautica again? Eventually, yeah. Too many people have said too many great things about that game for me to not get back into it. I'll be right back. Resident Evil 8, maybe.
Bumper sticker.